What am I doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Kusogrande, the VAD video game tournament. The VAD. I don't know why I said a V instead of a B, but... Voila. It's so bad. I gotta work on getting everything up over... Okay, over on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. Gotta get it up on Blue Sky. Gotta listen to some yodeling. Sims yodeling, you know, the best type of yodeling that exists. Yodele hee hee, yodele hee hoo. Justin Says is an all Sims music, basically yodeling, and yeah, sort of. Not really. Well, I'm happy to be here, everybody. A little bit tired, but that's to be expected. Crown Clutch, thanks for resubscribing. I appreciate it, despite the name. But yeah, I'm doing really well. Tired. I've got a lot of development work to do the next couple of days because we're trying to get the demo finished. I have a lot of work to do. Like, I've gotten like most of the coding done that I've needed to do, and like the stuff that's left will go fast. However, it's more creative, and because of that, it's gonna like suck my brain out. Oh, wait, no, I know another piece of coding that I need to do. Yay! I say that because, like, it's less I get to be creative and more I just get to do math. And there are times to be creative, but sometimes it's nice to just do, like, 1 + 1. So much better. You know what? I just realized it's probably going to be like a 2-line change. Dang it! I don't get to do math for very long. Ugh. By the way, I want to share with y'all, since we're here, and since I got a clip up, I've got my new enemy up in the game. That's going to be showing up in the second world. Yeah, this video shows 1-1, but we've got Blorbus here. And I want to share because I love him. Yeah, there's a new... I love them. I love Blorbus. Okay, it's this little ball thingy. Look at a little blorb. Just kind of jumping around. Oh, I'm Blorbus. Blah, blah, blah. Blorbus has the secret power of being able to go through 1 tile-wide blocks and clip through the entire world, which is a power that we will get rid of. Because Blorbus is not supposed to be able to do that. Silly Blorbus. But, yeah. It's been fun. Again, LLK is the artist. She made that. I was just like, well, he's a Blorbus to me. That's going to be his name now. I love that we... Oh my gosh. It was a nightmare trying to get the programming working correctly for that. And it doesn't 100% function the way that I want. But it's like 98% there. And so my nice little glitchy enemy, I'm happy about it, you know? 2 + 2 = 2 + 2, Q. Thank you so much for helping me with rudimentary equations. As a matter of fact, that is correct. As long as we're not doing toilet paper math. Oh my gosh, I am so happy. Yeah, so the creative stuff that I get to do, finish level design for a couple levels. I also get to make 1 or 2 pieces of music, probably just 1 for now. But yeah, I gotta do that, and all of this I'm trying to get done by the end of tomorrow. It's a lot, but at the same time, I'm pretty fast at making music. And level design, like I've played Mario Maker. Come on, you put a Mario there, you make it, bam. Then people play it, and it's better than 98% of the kids who play Mario Maker and just make a linear level with 1,000 coins. Yeah. Or a Kaizo level. You know, as long as it's not Kaizo, then you're probably doing pretty well when it comes to... Well, if people can die. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants to listen to me blab. Everybody wants to listen to me talk about Crappy. Crappy, take us over to the game reveal and go enjoy some Final Fantasy IX with Blitzball and cards, you know? Crappy's really going to enjoy that.
Did you know?
Kaizo means pirate? That is not correct. Or is it? Justin says Kaizo means pirate. Is it true? I'm not completely sure. I'm going to believe it because he nodded that it's true. And that usually means that it's correct. Oh my gosh, who could the GM for game number 1 be? Well, say hello to our dear friend, Buster Curry. Come on in. Oh my gosh. We've got a beautiful game for you. Actually, we've got 2 matches today. It's a little lighter because I need to work on finishing the demo, but, you know, that is completely fine. Hello there, Buster.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing today?
Pretty sleepy.
You know what? I'm sleepy as well, and I can't be. I need to get stuff done today, but I'm like endlessly tired.
Yeah, that's a real mood.
Oh my gosh, is this what being 40 is like?
I don't know. We've got 3 years before we get there, but probably.
Oh no, well, you know what? I don't think there's going to be any snoozing during this first match that we have. It is a round 2 match. The players have 10 points, but they are going up against 2 zombies. And they're killer zombies, which mean that both of those zombies do count in placements.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, so what game do we have?
We got some brainy. So today I was thinking we should have a game that celebrates. It is Father's Day today, which I almost forgot.
That's right. Yes.
Text your dad.
I will.
Reminder to anybody who is in contact with their dad, text them. So I thought we'd celebrate one of the great cinematic fathers today. We've got Mickey Speedway USA.
Wait, who's the father? Goofy?
It's Goofy.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember Mickey having babies, but he probably did at one point. I mean, he's a mouse.
Yeah, I think he has nephews like Donald does.
I'm sure. But
we're
yeah,
gonna celebrate Goofy. All the players are gonna get Goofy.
Yeah, the players being Netman, Matt, and White Panther going up against our deadly zombies, Shrambles and Neitzel. I decided to put a little red outline around it to help you know that these zombies count.
It's scary.
Yeah, very scary zombies. I told them, go for brains. We are not letting them just be casual about stuff. You know, they know nothing about the game, though. They are also blind to this. Whoever makes the most progress will take the victory and those delicious 10 points. Whoever comes in last, only 2 points. Nobody eliminated from this match, but, you know, they'll want to be trying as much as possible. I like White Panther's picture right there.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Right over the parking test.
Indeed. Well, let me go ahead and check to see if the players are ready. We can start a couple minutes early.
Oh boy. Early start. Gotta get our race on.
Yeah.
Yeah, as Redford points out, I was between a couple games and then I saw Neitzel post a Goofy GIF and it was just like, well, it's Goofy time.
Okay, Nem and Matt taking a second in order to get stuff ready, so we'll just chill for a second. Even though Nem and Matt is going to be giving us audio, I'm going to turn up White Panther so that we can hear Oh, geez, this was a mistake.
I'm pretty sure the music gets better. That's a lie. I'm not sure of anything.
Oh, here's the deal. Like, using the noise channel for percussion. What the freak? This is dissonant bullcrap. Okay, using the noise channel for percussion. It was done a lot for the NES, a lot for Game Boy Color, but you don't want it lasting this long. You want it to cut off a lot faster. I'm critiquing. I'm going to be working on music in the next couple days, so it's important to me. Okay, they're all ready, so let me go ahead and do the countdown. What would be some good emos for chat to spam?
Cars? Stuff about Disney characters? I guess because they're going around America, anything like American landmarks? You got Grand Canyon emote?
Spam, spam, spam! And of course anything Disney or Duck or... I don't know, animals. Oh, I know this game. Oh no.
Yeah, so we're starting with the drive. We've started them on the driving lessons. This will get them a little used to the controls. Goofy is in kind of the worst controlling class.
Yeah, you made them play as Goofy, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think we originally had Mickey down, and then we were like, well, that's all right, but Goofy's really a pain to play as.
Yeah, I can see that. White Panther just trying to park here, and I think failing at it.
I think they need. Yeah, he needs to restart.
Why do you have to restart?
I think it wants your car to be in a very certain way there.
Okay.
And if you're not parked exactly, it's never going to accept it.
Gotcha. I assume park forward. Like turn a little bit.
Not to hit the cone. Oh, you hit the cone.
That's okay. We got a red check mark.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I guess.
We got some fouls, but it appears that is not a good enough time to pass. Dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. From my understanding, Pluto got kidnapped, but what everybody is trying to do is get their driver's license first.
Yeah, Pluto got kidnapped, and they were like, oh, we need to race to get him back. And then Goofy was like, wait a second, you guys. I don't have my driver's license.
Oh, Goofy. How are you going to save your friend if you don't have your driver's license? Well, there we go. Hopefully that's good enough to pass. Neitzel passed. Very nice. Our deadly zombie.
That's not a pass.
Ah, dang it. Yeah. Do you know what time you have to get in order to pass this lesson?
I do not. I think it's... Well, you get it, yeah. White Panther's learning, if you get a penalty like that, it's time to just restart.
Yeah, big question, because I do see that the lights, you have to sit there in order, like, for the light to turn green. I actually didn't realize that the lights were changing colors for a second there. Now I can see it. So for me, nah, like, I think that as long as somebody told me that those lights were changing, it wouldn't throw me off. But, like, yeah, it's a color blindness issue for sure, especially on a teeny tiny screen.
Yeah, it does give you a little beeping to let you know that it's acknowledging what you're doing.
Yeah.
Somebody said the GameCube. I believe this game was also on N64.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Rare made a couple Mickey kart racers on N64, and for some reason they also made Game Boy Color ports of both of them.
Yeah, just go White Panther. You already backed up when the light was flashing. So, this might be good enough, but...
that
foul.
Should be good. That should be plenty.
Oh, no.
What the hell?
Running a red was a minute penalty. That's fair. Honestly,
I like how all the Goofies are different color cars.
well, yeah, every time that you move onto a new level, you get a new car. That's just the Goofy life, you know? Goofy is a millionaire. Okay, White Panther waiting. No, that was
Goofy is
too
a millionaire?
early. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to restart. It's a minute penalty if you run a red.
How did Goofy become a millionaire?
Do you know how many movies he's been in?
2?
Yeah, that's enough to become a millionaire. Like, come on, you're the main character in a movie. Of course you're a millionaire. Okay, how
I
many
guess so.
cartoons? Yeah, a bajillion. I don't know.
I mean, he was in a bajillion cartoons. That is true.
Yeah, like,
I would pay Goofy $1 million just for like one of his cartoons
I
if I
think
had
that
$1 million.
if Goofy got a penny every time somebody watched one of his cartoons, he would be a millionaire. Like, seriously, he's been in so many.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, he might be a millionaire just from how many times I watched. Oh my gosh, I watched so many. Back when I was a kid, we had a bunch of the Goofy cartoons on a VHS that my mother recorded, like Goofy, Donald Duck, Mickey, the Chipmunks, obviously just trolling Donald. Yeah, and
that
I
one's a
watched them
classic.
so much.
Yeah.
That VHS tape, I don't know how it survived all those years, but oh boy, it got some wear. Yeah, the Bumblebee cartoons. Okay, there's like a couple of the Bee cartoons that I don't love, but most of them are fantastic because it's Donald Duck. Oh yeah, people are saying I was in a movie. Yeah, I didn't get $1 million out of that. In fact, I did not get paid for the movie that I was in. Yeah. It was a student film.
payment.
Well, it was a student film. Of course I didn't get paid.
Okay, well that makes sense. Oh, our zombies are through driving school.
Oh no,
give
Nem and
them-
Matt went the wrong way around the cones. Oh, hitting
Give
every
them a
cone now.
difficulty on that.
Okay, Nem and Matt, I think that... I don't know if you're trying to hit every cone at this point, but it looks like it.
Do not give a difficulty, I'm gonna confirm that.
Trambles and Need Soul, both of our zombies are on to the actual races. Very nice. Oh yeah, and you are reminding them that they need to play on normal difficulty when they go to the Grand Prix. So they're able to do the driving tests on easy difficulty, is that right?
Driving test just doesn't have a difficulty, but when you get to the Grand Prix, it does give you an option.
Oh no, I don't like the camera.
Yeah, I think this is when you get through driving school, and you've probably gotten used to kind of how the game plays, and then you get in an actual race, and you're not really ready for how the game actually plays.
Yeah, like, with how fast you're going, I love that, like, it technically doesn't... Like, you don't need to worry about breaking the law when you're doing one of the races. It only matters during driving school.
Yeah, I really don't know what the point of driving school is. You also can't reverse in, like, normal game, I think, because the manual is like, oh yeah, you can reverse in driving school.
What?
You can't do it on the track.
I mean, of course. When did you ever need to reverse on Mario Kart, you know? Oh, wait. And if you sucked, the answer is all the time. Plasma Gun, good to see you over at YouTube. Hopefully you're having a good time. I'm glad that we... I don't know, you're like the regular over there, and I love it. Lupine1, thank you so much for the raid, and I hope that everybody is here having fun. I also want to give a shout out to all the referees who are helping to track this match and make sure we know how far the players have made it. Also, just in case there are any issues with people playing on the wrong difficulty, they will let us know so that we can inform the players, or so they I don't. We do have a ref liaison these days who can communicate essential things from the refs as well. With that said, the refs that we have for this match are Nakarashi also learned driving from Professor Von Drake. Ooh, yeah. He did the color song. Red, yellow, green, red, blue, 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 red, purple, green, yellow, purple, red, red. Yeah. Hazel Shade never got their license. That's okay. You don't have to. Like, in America, it's a lot more common, but still, I know plenty of people who don't have a driver's license. No biggie. KM can't drive stick. Oh, I can. Alapec splotches paint. And finally, Redford also controls much like a hot dog. Ow.
You control like a hot dog.
What? I mean, Goofy's a hot dog, I guess. I mean, at the very least, lukewarm. Because he's been sitting out all day. I don't know, in the desert, though, I imagine he gets pretty hot, especially with the dark fur that he's got on. That he's got on because he can just change it, you know? It took me a long time to actually, like, realize that Goofy was a dog when I was a kid. I was like, Goofy is Goofy.
I don't know when we realized Goofy was a dog.
I don't know! Like, Mickey Mouse, I think I only knew he was a mouse because they called him Mickey Mouse, you know?
Yeah. Like, Mickey Mouse, he's got the big ears.
Yeah.
And it's like, Donald Duck, yeah, okay, that's a duck. And then you get to Goofy, and it's like, wait, you don't look like Pluto, actually.
Yeah.
And you look a little like Pluto.
Yeah, it's like Pluto's a dog, but Goofy isn't called Goofy Dog, just Goofy.
Was he called, like, Drippy Dog originally, or am I
oh my god,
just stating wild stuff?
You might be correct. Goofy. Let me just search for Goofy, and the origin here. Okay. Dippy Dog.
Dippy Dog?
Ugh.
Well, that's pretty bad. I would not have enjoyed a Dippy movie.
A Dippy movie? Yeah, apparently that was in 1932. Later the same year, he was reimagined as a younger character in the short The Whoopee Party.
The Whoopee Party.
Yeah. I
Party
loved
that makes you say whoopee.
the sports shorts that they had with Goofy, like learning how to play tennis or the Olympics, or
oh yeah,
there was a weight training thing that he did as well. That it's fantastic.
I think before, like, the second National Treasure movie, they actually had a new one of those about Goofy, like, how to hook up a home theater system.
Oh. It's possible. Goofy's fantastic. I don't think he's my favorite. Donald probably is my favorite, but Goofy is a very close second, you know?
Oh, Goofy is our dad's favorite. He has, like, a big collection of Goofy merch, so he's kind of our favorite, like Roxy.
I mean, hey, I'll say that's still good taste, you know? People who stan Mickey, what are you doing with your lives? Who here could have Mickey as their favorite of the Disney characters? No way. No way. Donald or Goofy, like, it better be. Maybe there's a case for another one that I'm not thinking of right now, like Pluto's fine.
I mean, Chip and Dale are pretty up there for
Chip and
us.
Dale are great, yeah.
I think the real problem with Mickey is, like, early Mickey, he's more of that, like, he's mischievous. He's a playful little guy.
Yeah, but he didn't last that long, you know?
Yeah, once that he got popular, they were like, oh, we can't have him, like, abusing cats all the time and stuff. We should probably just have him sitting at home, and then Pluto does all the fun stuff. What the heck is going on White Panther's? Oh, a shield. Okay, I thought he was under the map somehow.
Well, I will have the tracking up in just a second, because We are moving on. Everybody is on the Grand Prix, and right now we are judging based off of the points that they have earned there. Of course, if there is a tie, it's whoever did that first.
Yeah, and the players need to make at least third place to get through the Grand Prix.
Ooh.
Looks like Shrambles has really taken to this.
Yeah. You know, I'm trying to think. There are a couple Mickey cartoons that, like, I really remember back from when I was a kid. Like, the Dust Devil one. But, honestly, that's more because the Dust Devil was a butt, you know? I kind of liked it. You know, go and torture Mickey a little bit. He deserves it. He deserves it. He's too nice.
We always like Mickey and the seal, where he gets the seal comes home and starts living in his bathtub.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one. I probably have. I know there's the one where, like, Mickey was having fever dreams and, like, everything in his house came to life, and I know there was an ink blotter thing that was, like, causing problems, and if I'm not mistaken, chess pieces? I don't know.
That might be like the one where he goes through the mirror.
Oh yeah, the one where he goes through the mirror.
Yeah. That one's real good, because that one gets real weird.
Yeah, it's great because of how weird it is. Like, Mickey tripping is definitely where they should have gone with him, you know?
Yeah, Mickey... Yeah, I agree. We just needed Mickey, like, high off his ass all the time.
Oh, we have not talked about the control scheme, by the way. You did say that Goofy controls the worst, but what is the control scheme like? Thank you so much for bringing that up, Nakarashi.
Yeah, thank you. The control scheme in this game is kind of weird because your item button is up on the D-pad.
Uh-oh.
And dropping an item is down on the D-pad, and for our big fingers especially, that just kind of meant when we were playing, we just use items randomly when we didn't want to.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's not great. I don't think a kart racer can really fit that well on a two-button system like the Game Boy Color because of that. Like I look at it, I'm like, well, you could have used select, but you really shouldn't be using select for your items button.
Yeah, I agree there.
Ooh, Shramble's got the good trophy.
Very nice. Shrambles in a very clear lead. And while Shrambles and Neitzel are both zombies, they matter a great deal here because they are trying to take the victory as well. Because we did not have a full match for this one, we had to have GMs compete and try to take the victory. So placements matter for them, and with both of our GMs in the lead, this is pretty significant, you know? Nebman Matt and White Panther have a lot to make up here. Driving school was hard, but you never know when, like, troubles are going to start showing up for Shrambles and Neitzel. That could be at any point.
Yeah, these levels start getting rougher with the obstacles and the turn. What? The CPU just ran right into a wall.
Well, I mean, it's complicated, you know?
Somebody was asking earlier how smart the CPUs are on normal, and I don't think they're very good. But they are obstacles, mostly, because when you hit another car, your momentum just dies. Like, that's part of the thing with this game, is that just... your momentum is dying every time you hit stuff, and it sometimes does feel like you're just pinballing across the course.
Yeah. Goofy seems a little miserable to control with all of the bouncing off the walls, the sliding. Wow, Donald just rammed Neitzel there. That was beautiful. I'm taking a look at the story here, by the way, because, you know, this is a game with a story. Mickey strolled down the... I'm going to try to do the voices, and y'all are welcome to judge how terrible they are.
Oh, boy.
Oh, some of them will be trash. Mickey strolled down the garden path with Pluto's breakfast in hand, whistling cheerfully in the morning sun. "Hi, Pluto!" he called as he approached the doghouse. "Look what I have for you!" Or, "Look what I have for you here!" Nope. Okay, his voice trailed off as he noticed that the doghouse was empty. A piece of paper pinned to the front of the doghouse showed a picture of Pluto locked in the back of the van, surrounded by several grinning weasels. Mickey gasped and quickly scanned the writing above the picture. "Hey, mouse, we has your dog and his diamond collar. Just try to catch us,
Really shouldn't have given Pluto that diamond collar. That was just asking for him to be stolen.
You know what? Yeah, that's a bad deal, you know? Just give him basic collar. Nobody wants to steal basic collar. Anyways, this was terrible. They dognapped Pluto for his collar. There was no telling how long they'd been gone, and Mickey knew that he had to recruit some help as soon as possible. He called his friends right away. "Hey, everybody! The weasels took Pluto! Meet me at Ludwig's shop! We have to get the racers and go after him!" That's awful, gasped Daisy. Quack
That's
Donald.
perfect, Donald.
Yeah. "Oh my!" Declared Minnie. Yeah, I'm not doing Minnie. I'm not even gonna try that. And when it came to a common enemy like the weasels, even mean old Pete wanted in on the action. "Weasels! Ha ha!" he snorted. "Oh, okay. Don't worry, Mickey," Goofy reassured his troubled friend. "We'll get him back." Minutes later, they all met down at Ludwig von Drake's workshop where the cars were ready and waiting. "Now remember, I'll be with you to give you extra power for your cars," Ludwig promised as they hopped eagerly into their driver's seats. "Good luck!" Okay, apparently my Mickey wasn't too bad. Here's the deal. Justin tells me when I do a Goofy voice, he gives me 3 minutes of Goofy, and then I am banned from Goofy for the rest of the day.
Goofy ban.
Yeah, I mean, I did record a video one time of me seeing WAP with the Goofy voice, and yeah.
I want you to park that Big Mac truck.
How about you park that Big Mac truck? It'll be a good time.
Oh, White Panther
Yeah.
did not get enough points for the first Grand Prix and has to do it again.
Well, I don't know about taking first. Maybe he could take second. Maybe he could take fifth. There are only 4 racers, though, right? I don't
There's
know
only
about
4.
that.
It was a really good Goofy. So, my favorite part of the story is how Pete is just kind of there, too. Like, Pete's just like, "Weasels! Okay, I'll join."
Well, Pete
I don't
has
really
a
have
weasel
any
problem
investment.
back in his backyard. There are weasels all over the place.
I don't have any investment in Mickey or Pluto's well-being, but the weasels are involved, and that's pretty fun. I better race.
Oh. Yeah, I'd have to, like, listen to Pete a few times in order to, like, get anywhere close to his voice.
He's got that real...
I can
I mean-
kind of do Winnie the Pooh.
I was gonna say, Pete kind of has the gruff Jim Cummings voice going on, and then Winnie the Pooh is kind of
How
the
are you
other
doing?
standard Jim Cummings voice.
I think I want a pot of honey. Just sort of the
Well, I've got this honey for you here. Who?
Thank you for the honey.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go do something with the Heartless, I guess.
Okay, I'm just gonna stay home. That was more than exasperated Winnie the Pooh. Never mind. Scratch.
He wanted to fight the Heartless too. He's sick and tired of those mini games.
Some days I think that Eeyore's a little heartless.
That's so
This
rude,
is Pooh after too much smoking. That's fair.
Pooh took one of Rabbit's magic brownies.
I ran 50 yards to get here.
Well, let's not talk about Herbert, Family Guy.
I don't know who that is. I honestly have not watched much Family Guy. I don't.
Blessed. Hashtag blessed.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our husband watch some terrible Family Guy at some point just because he hasn't seen much, and we're like, you have to know how bad it gets.
Oh, good. And by good, I mean, there you go. Yeah.
Now, I think Netmom Matt is actually on the same race as Shrambles right now. So that could pass. They could pass Shrambles.
Wow, Netman Matt doing great. Yeah, hopefully we'll see what Netman is able to do. By the way, I'm going to swap audio over because as much as I'm enjoying the Motorway Mania music, I want to hear if there's new music in this second area here.
Oh, this is the Motorway Mania.
Or Traffic Troubles. As much as I've been enjoying Traffic Troubles, Motorway Mania.
Much as we enjoy the Troubles, we need that mania.
All those troubles. They made me manic.
I've been putting Troubles all over the track, Goofy.
How dare you? I'm trying to drive here. I even got my license.
Well, I'm real proud of you for finally getting your license, Goofy.
Oh, gosh. Thank you, Pete. I really appreciate it.
We should go on a road trip with our sons together. And then you can meet Bigfoot.
Well, I already got big feet.
I think that's our favorite part of the Goofy movie, is that Bigfoot is also there.
Yeah, it's like he's a real character.
And then he's also kind of in the Extremely Goofy movie. Like, he became a college student.
I haven't seen the Extremely Goofy movie still. I need to. I hear that it's pretty good.
As far as, like, straight-to-video Disney sequels go, it's pretty good. It's kind of mostly a promotion for the X Games. But it's
okay,
alright.
I mean, that's fine. By the way, people were pointing out that this was made by Rare. And indeed, it's not a very rare game, but it was made by Rare, you know?
Yeah, this might be our bias talking from our memory of Game Boy Color Conquer as a kid, but I feel like Rare's handheld division at the time was not nearly as strong as their console division.
Yeah, looking at some of the people who worked on this, they didn't work in as many games. I mean, one of the designers for this... Did they design for this? Oh, come on. I'm trying to find out, because... It's just... They list everybody who worked on the game in the same credit. Like, the same level. Which... I'm not exactly against, but like one of the people who helped out somehow with this game in development team worked on like Game Boy, Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Land, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, helped with testing on the Super Nintendo, and DKC 1. Let's see, but helped with the design for Diddy Kong's Quest on Game Boy Advance, Donkey Kong Land 3, Donkey Kong Country for GBA, Donkey Kong Land 2, Viva Pinata, and Yooka-Laylee, you know?
Oh, Yooka-Laylee.
Yeah, indeed. Some of the people who helped with this stayed around for quite a while.
Yeah, Lupine One mentions that Rare put out a Game Boy Color port of Donkey Kong Country at around this time, which always impresses us. Like, it doesn't look great, but it's like, you did get Donkey Kong Country on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah. Ooh, one of the people who worked on this did actually help with Perfect Dark for Game Boy Color as well. I did not know there was a Perfect Dark Game Boy Color.
Yeah. That's like a top-down shooter stealth kind of game.
Is it any good?
I don't know.
Like, I played the N64 one. Ooh.
It's a prequel to the N64 one, so like if you like the story, that's interesting.
I do not remember the story. I remember, I think I played Perfect Dark 2. Was there a Perfect Dark 2?
There was Perfect Dark Zero on the 360.
Was it also
Which is
PS2?
another sequel.
There's some. I'm just trying to remember what game I'm thinking about.
Because you're thinking about Time Splitters.
Oh yeah, that game sucked.
Maybe it was Time Splitters.
Time Splitters 2, if I'm not mistaken. That one, like,
oh, yeah.
If you alerted an enemy to your presence, you could run away completely across the map, as far away from them as possible, and they would find you. It didn't matter. Like, they will get you.
Time Splitters 2 is a good time though.
Yeah, but it pissed me off. Like, that's the last mission that I played because it was it wasn't an escort quest. It was like just follow somebody stealthily. If they got alerted, they would just come after you and stare at you.
The Cyberpunk stealth mission is just the worst. The rest of the game is really good. That one stealth mission is like, why are we doing this?
That made me stop playing. Because, yes, I ran to the other side of the map, and even though, like, she wanted nothing to do with me, she followed me and stood and stared. It was hilarious, mind you. I thought that, like, brilliant. But, oh yeah, I didn't play any more Time Splitters 2 after that.
Yeah, that's fair. That level's terrible. But, like, the cool thing about Time Splitters 2 is you can go do all the, arcade kind of missions. Like, you don't even have to touch the campaign. You can just fight bots in a bunch of scenarios.
I think I did that, and it was fine.
But our favorite Time Splitters 2 memory was playing with our dad, and we made it so all the enemies were monkeys, and then we accidentally made it so the default weapon was the flamethrower. And you can't see the monkeys because they're so short, so you just have them running around like going, oh, 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 and then they set you on fire, they set themselves on fire, and they go, ah, 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 and they run away to set someone else on fire.
You know, I do remember the monkeys.
Like, I recommend monkeys with flamethrowers as a game mode.
Every day! Yeah, for sure. Well, it looks like White Panther is through traffic troubles, moving on to the Motorway Mania. This is great. Yeah. Nevin, Matt, and White Panther have been behind, but these are the two who really want to get decent scores, because if they don't, they'll have a hard time making it out of round 3. Our zombies are deadly today. They've got fangs, and honestly, they're showing the fangs that they've got.
Yeah, we wanted to give them something a little trickier, too, since these are 10-pointers. But, Netmon Mound and Shrambles have both been struggling with the first, with Seattle in the second Grand Prix, so White Panther has time to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've got just under half an hour left. Players are doing fantastic here.
They are.
Yeah. Music's doing fantastic as well. Like, that's one thing that I love. Rare always had good music.
We heard that menu music and we're like, oh, this is terrible.
Okay,
and then you get to the actual game music.
Yeah, the menu music was so bad.
Somebody pointed out in Matt's chat, they don't expect you to be listening to menu music for like an hour on end.
It's so bad. It's so freaking bad. Like, How? How could you do that?
It's fine. You can give a little terrible main menu music as a treat.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I do see somebody else who, like, a few other people who worked on this. You know, we do have Conker's Pocket Tales. The person who did the music for that worked on this game. Very likely did music for this game, since that person did a whole bunch of audio back in the day, including Diddy Kong Racing, Donkey Kong Land 3 for Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country helped with the music and sound effects. That was Evelyn Novakovic.
Evelyn Novakovic.
I believe so, yeah. Banjo-Kazooie Strange Noisemaker did some of the Twinklies. Yeah.
Strange Noisemaker is a job title that I want.
Same.
I think
Somebody hire me. You don't. I'm cheap. Okay. I'm not union. Well, mind you, I haven't done
plenty of strange noises.
I make strange noises all the time.
Exactly.
Look, I know for a fact that somebody who I didn't even know used my voice as a Discord join notification. They approached me. No, I ran into them at a convention. No, I didn't run into that person. I ran into somebody at a convention, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm at a free convention. I go by Digby. I'm also Brosentian speedrunning. And they're like, I think my friend has your voice as their Discord notification. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, it's something like, is that Yif Battle in chat? And I'm like, yeah, okay, that was me. For sure, because I remembered seeing a person named Yif Battle in chat.
When you think about it, this game's also kind of a Yif Battle.
Hey, Mickey, what do you think about those weasels? Huh?
Well, I'd sure look Yif with them, Goofy.
Hey, this is a family-friendly stream. What are you talking about?
I forgot about that, Goofy. I mean, what I want to do is give them a nice hug.
You know, that's okay. You can't have a family without a Yif Battle. PG-13, everybody. It's PG-13. We're fine.
Yif isn't really a curse.
Oh no, apparently the refs are dying. KM choked on pasta. You know what? You knew the risk helping out with the stream. Many thank you to all the volunteers who have suffered in various ways here.
Never eat pasta during a Kuso match. You never know what could happen next.
Hopefully, you know, we might go to one of the referees' funerals and say, well, they passed away.
Oh, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave for that very rude pun.
How about some fettuccine?
Mickey's the priest for some reason.
Dearly beloved. Wait, no, this is a funeral. Oh my gosh, Shrambles made it to Utah. Okay, I'm gonna judge this game based off of their representation of Utah. Okay, there's an art, dinosaur tracks. Okay, I've seen some of those.
This looks like Utah as we know Utah, but we've just been to like some national parks, so...
Yeah, back home where I lived, you could go up to, I think there was a reservoir, and right on the shore, like on a rock slope leading out of the water, there were some dinosaur tracks in the rock there. It was so cool.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
that's
not
really
in a museum,
cool.
just out there. Then later, some stupid Boy Scouts broke them and threw them into the reservoir.
We need to get rid of Boy Scouts.
Yeah, we do. However, fun story, they had scuba divers go and retrieve them. My uncle was one of the scuba divers who helped retrieve the fossils so that they could be, I believe, put in a museum and preserved.
That's very cool.
Yeah, so, like, I think that it's good that they're in a museum, so they're protected now, but it was also really cool to be able to see them out in the wild when I was young.
Yeah, that sounds very cool.
Yeah.
Like, actually seeing dinosaur tracks around.
It's so cool. And I love that in Utah, there are some people who don't believe in dinosaurs because Mormonism is weird. Like, where I live, because we were right next to Dinosaur National Monument, you know, there were some people, I think most people were like, yeah, of course there were dinosaurs, duh. We've seen the fossils, we've seen the tracks up in the mountains, but then there were the few people who were like, you know, let's go ahead and explain how there could be fossils and how they were put there by Satan in order to trick humanity into believing science. It's like, okay, yeah, whatever. Sure, I enjoy you telling this in church to a group of like 10 boys, right?
Yeah, that was always a weird thing. Like, we only got that by hearing about it growing up, but it was like, you don't believe in dinosaurs? Just dinosaurs.
My dad was good. He, like, definitely was a nerd. And by nerd, I mean, like, really into science stuff. I think our family was one of the earliest families to get the internet in our town. And, yeah, like, he'd always read popular science. He's like, yeah, of course, like, evolution is real. You know, this is how I think that it fits in with religion, but, you know, science is there for a reason. Hey, Shrambles is through, moving on. Very nice. Wait, you can't be Mickey. Yeah.
It's Goofy Speedway.
Freeway phobia. I'm scared of the freeway. Or are we on victory vehicles?
Wasn't there like, yeah, Nitzel has made it all the way to the 4th Grand Prix.
Wow.
Nitzel could, tear through this entire game.
Yeah, great job, Nitzel.
Like, Freeway Phobia, wasn't there like a short where like Goofy's learning to drive that's called like Freeway Phobia, or did I make that up?
Let me see.
I can look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, there is, well, this is, oh yeah, it is a Goofy short.
It is,
Oh,
1965, cool. The Art of Driving the Superhighway.
I think this was this was one of the ones that's more like a PSA.
Yeah, a lot of the Goofy shorts actually had multiple Goofies. It wasn't just one. And which is another thing that I liked about his cartoons. Usually they didn't talk, they had a narrator, and the various Goofies played the various roles. Some of them jerks, some of them like completely innocent, some of them weaklings, you know. It was great.
Yeah, I remember some of the jerk Goofies.
I love the jerk Goofies. Oh, I mean, there are times that you had Goofy fighting Goofy. I'm thinking of the, like, King Arthur one, where, you know, you had Goofy, weak, blonde-haired Goofy in a very big suit of armor who could barely move the armor, going up against giant buff Goofy with a mace, just wailing on that armor and then getting exhausted. And, of course, they were trying to win the heart of Princess Goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The female Goofy.
Like, it was just Goofies. So many Goofies. It's so good.
Have you ever wondered what, like, Max's mom looked like?
No. Never thought of it till today.
we always wonder, because, like, Goofy got Max somehow. But we never really talk about, like, who Max's mom was.
Oh, I mean, I guess I've contemplated it, but not that deeply.
Goofy is a species. I do. Kidnapping. Goofy did not kidnap a child. I don't think he would do that.
Yeah,
maybe
there's
accidentally.
no evidence. I did nothing. No, I didn't do nothing. I did nothing, okay?
I think it's just a coincidence that Max looks like the Lindbergh baby.
No, I have this kid fair and square. I think if anybody says that they've got a kid fair and square, you need to question whether or not they do.
That was a total tie for Netmon map, but it was still a first. All right.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, we are seeing
Screw them away.
Netman catching up. Netman currently in third. Now, mind you, Netman may be able to move up out of third into second, depending on how Shrambles does on Freeway Phobia. Of course, like in racing games, especially if you're consistently beating each race, it's difficult to move up in rankings simply because each race is going to take a certain amount of time, and you know, as long as people are doing okay, they will keep their position. It essentially requires somebody else to screw up in a game like this in order for them to move back. Which is certainly doable, especially since items show up. You know, there is randomness to troll people. Oh, we've got Nebraska! Look at the corn!
There's randomness, and there's also just... This game does not control well, and I think the players are still struggling to control this game well.
A little bit. Like, White Panther still bouncing quite a bit, but... Like... Yeah, Neitzel, one of our deadly zombies here, doing strangely well.
And Neitzel posted in map chat, they still don't know how to line up on the straightaways, because you really can't.
Yeah?
There's no going straight in this game. You are going to run into a wall.
That, and, like, there's so much drifting, except Neitzel manages to, like, just skirt along the outside of some of these walls sometimes and just not quite get knocked back. Yeah, Alapec says that this game is a little bit lenient because even if you come third in the Grand Prix, you are able to make progress. As long as you don't come in fourth, you will be moving up, and that completely makes sense.
Yeah, you get plenty of time to make a comeback.
Now, we do have one more match coming up in just a little bit. Yeah, it's only 2 matches today because I've got to do video game development. So much to do.
So many Blorbuses to make.
Yeah, I mean, there's one more Blorbus I want to make. What the crap is this next game?
I was just looking at that. It looks like it's going to be an appropriate follow-up, and that is all I will say.
Yeah, okay. There we go. Oh no, so much to do, so much to see. Yeah, I know that I'm thinking of what it's called. What's it called? Smash Mouth? All-Star. I had a dream where I was doing karaoke last night. Mind you, there was a lot that happened in the dream. There was a furry convention. There was weird, like, person trying to escape from hotel security. There was, like, a talent competition that I entered and did karaoke. And specifically, I did You Might As Well Be Walking on the Sun. And let me tell you, that is not a song that you choose for dream karaoke, okay? Never choose that. Because what even are the lyrics?
Actually, I feel like I've got that one pretty good.
Really?
Because he does the whole thing about, like, don't delay, act now, your time is running out.
Yeah, but what about the verses? Yeah, you're screwed.
So is that the one about, you know, I'd like to share a Coke with the world?
You know I'd like to share a Coke with the world.
And all the hippie chicks, all hypocrites, something like that. Every Smash Mouth song is like, yeah, let's all get along well. And then there's a part where it's like, by the way, climate change is happening.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, yeah,
by the world, a Coke can teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Yeah. But, like,
we're having a good time with Shrek, and then he's like, oh, and by the way, the state of the world is not good right now, and the hippies really need to make a comeback on their ideology.
You're having a drink with Shrek? What? Excuse me? I'm pretty sure that's not part of the song.
Yeah, that's definitely part of the song.
It ain't no joke. I'd like to buy the world a token, teach the world to sing in perfect harmony, and teach the world. Well, I think I have the wrong tune
I
right
think
there.
you got it. I was gonna say, I think that was a disc song for Rock Band 3. All lyrics are made up. This is true. Everything is made up.
This is a love attack, I know it went. This is a love attack, I know it went out, but it's back. And it's just like any fad, every track before impact. And just like fashion, it's a passion for the withered and hip. Again, this is why I would... Actually, if I saw the words up on karaoke, sure, I'd be able to sing it. But remember, this was Dream Karaoke. Do not choose the song for Dream Karaoke, because you will not get through it. And nobody will be impressed. Choose something that's slow and that, like, you know, actually has vocal range.
Yeah. I don't know what you're supposed to choose for, like, karaoke songs. We've done karaoke once.
Choose something that you, like, enjoy singing. That's the biggest thing. If you love singing it, it's perfect for karaoke.
Yeah. I mean, that is what we did. It's supposed to be funny. I don't know.
Here's the deal. Karaoke is supposed to be whatever you make of it. That's the point. But if you're doing it in front of strangers, then you either want it to be funny or you want it to be so good.
We did karaoke at the furry convention, and some guy before us did, like, a Tony Bennett song just, like, perfectly. After that, it was like, well, anything we sing is gonna be worse.
I want to do karaoke at a convention. I love singing. I was originally going to go into vocal, I guess choral education. I had multiple singing classes when I was in college. It was so much fun. And I was in an opera, everybody.
You were in an opera?
I was. I've been in musicals. I've been in an opera. I've been in several choirs.
Was it like a non-English opera, I assume?
No, that one was actually English. Gilbert and Sullivan's Trial by Jury, a comedic opera that's only about 45 minutes, 50 minutes or so. Absolute hilarity.
Never heard of it. It sounds really good, though.
Yeah, let me just say, Gilbert and Sullivan, I mean, they did Pirates of Penzance, which is easily their most well-known. Trial by Jury is shorter, but still has at least as much of the comedic punch. It's so good.
Oh, Meatsla's gone to Florida. The mouse has come home.
Wait, is that where Mickey lives? I guess Disney World's there.
We started in California, so I assume Mickey lives in, like, Disneyland. And he just, like, shows up sometimes to Disney World.
Let me see, where does Mickey Mouse live? Yeah, I thought about, because I know that there are going to be auditions for Little Shop of Horrors for a paid show locally, and I'm considering sending a submission in.
They're doing that nearby, too.
Yeah,
I found out our mom does not like Little Shop of Horrors.
I did have somebody who wanted me to be Seymour at one point, but then I don't think they ever actually put on the musical. It's weird. I've had a lot of weird circumstances where I was going to be a main part in something, and then the show never happened. And that was one of those. I feel like I could either be the dentist or Mr. Mushnick pretty well.
I don't think we'd have the voice for it.
I would.
But if we're doing, like, dream performance, God, we would want to be Aubrey too. Audrey too.
Audrey 2. I believe that I could do Audrey 2. The big thing that I would want to avoid is the black scent that a lot of people stumble into. It's way easy to slip into that, and yeah, I don't want to be that kind of white person. I want to, like... But I think that I'd be able to at least make it distinguished enough that it doesn't feel like that's what it's doing, but it still is sort of a strong baritone.
Yeah. Like, the main thing for Audrey 2 for us is just, we want to be puppeteering.
I don't care about doing the puppeteering, I just want to sing.
Okay, well, we can both be Audrey 2 then.
Yes! Let's fuse!
Fusion live on Kusogrande.
Heck yeah!
I don't know how to do the fusion dance.
Well, that's why you have rehearsals, you know?
Netmon Matt has the wrong character.
Oh, apparently Mickey Mouse lives in Toontown. That's stupid. I mean, or Mousetown in American comics? I don't care. I don't want to go to Mousetown. Oh no, Netman Matt has some traffic troubles. Yeah, so Shrambles on Victory Vehicles, Neitzel on the Frantic Finale, it appears.
Yeah, Neitzel might clear this. They've got 5 minutes to do like 2 courses, I think.
Yeah.
That seems like plenty of time to do a clear. Neitzel kind of just did not hit any sort of wall at any point.
So, as it turns out, Mickey Mouse is typically, I'm looking at the Wikipedia article about the Mickey Mouse universe, depicted as living in a place called Mousetown, and that's often considered in the fictional state of Calisoda, which is basically Northern California. That's also where Duckburg is. So
I didn't know they were right by each other.
Apparently. I mean, they're friends, right?
I guess so. It's just Mickey's never in Duckburg.
Yeah. I mean, the ducks and the mice generally stay away from each other.
Life is like a hurricane at Duckburg. Maybe that's the problem. Mickey's had too much with the Dust Devils and the tornadoes. He's like, I don't want to go there.
Well, gee. Yeah. So apparently characters from the Donald Duck universe make occasional appearances in the Mickey Mouse universe and vice versa. That's creepy. That's cool. Okay.
Neitzel's at the White House. Apparently they've gone to the White House. The Weasels did.
Yeah, that's where we took your dog. Down to the White House. Oh, we're giving him a good time, you know?
They're gonna rescue him and then find out Socks the cat already managed it.
Gee, what are we doing with this dog here? Wait, I don't know what that voice is.
That's what. So that could be a weasel.
Oh, yeah. Well, boss, what are we doing with the dog?
Isn't one of the weasels in Roger Rabbit named, like, Dumbass? I think it might be Jackass, but it's something like that.
Okay, there's... Oh, smartass. Greasy, Psycho, Wheezy, and Stupid. Well, that's... I don't know. Did they name themselves? Did their parents name them? If your parent names you Stupid and misspells it, what does that really say? Yeah, Alopex is wondering why we're so mean to the weasel. Well, because we stole Pluto. That... do you think it was a good idea to steal that dog?
Oh,
Shut up,
probably.
Carl.
Carl Weasel. See, you can't just have a normal name for a weasel.
Shut up, stupid.
It can't be Carl Weasel. It's gotta be at least Wally.
Wally. Yeah, Wally could be a weasel name.
You gotta get them alliterative names. Wesley Weasel? Names could be nicknames. Walter Weasel White.
Oh no.
Pluto! Pluto, we have to cook Pluto!
Why is it so blue? What's going on here? I don't understand. This makes me feel funny. Yeah?
Goofy does not need a meth addiction.
Goofy's going to rehab.
I'm so proud of Goofy.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to turn my life around.
Okay, Neitzel did not clear the Grand Prix.
Oh no. Well, that's all right. Neitzel still takes the victory here, like easy peasy. I believe Shrambles in second, Netman Matt third, White Panther fourth. Of course, it will be up to our refs to tell us who is officially in the lead there. Yeah. And that, everybody, is time. A sliver early. That's okay. That's generally how it goes. Congratulations to the players. Our zombies came out battling to try to take you down, and our zombies appear to have been successful, meaning that Netman Matt in third, White Panther in fourth. They will have a bit of a disadvantage in round 3, but, you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. The zombies get ya.
Yeah, these were some tough killer zombies. I think they still did great.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna, like, because we've got so many zombies and players, like, I'm just gonna say any of them can come and chat. Any
that
of
makes sense.
y'all can join General Voice. There we go. And I will drag them up to come and talk about the experience here. Yeah, I don't want to just be like, hey, let's talk to a GM who we talk to all the time. Hello, White Panther, Neitzel,
Hey.
Matt, and it looks like we've got Shrambles here as well. All 4 of you, hello.
So did everyone lost?
No.
All right, I think.
I think that everybody started to get the hang of it. However, let me go ahead and check just to make sure that I do have the placements here. You know what? Our zombies are deadly in this match. And oh my god, we had teeth on these zombies because Neitzel took first. Shrambles took second. Yeah. Really good job. Matt, you came in third, White Panther fourth. Mind you, you are both moving on in Kusogrande to round 3, or to the next round, so not a huge deal, you know?
I'm so annoyed because I'm sure I could have taken first or second if I didn't get hung up on one very stupid thing.
Oh, what thing?
So in, I think it was Atlanta, I need to turn this game down. I think in Atlanta, the racers were literally teleporting.
Okay.
And I got so confused, and I was worried because it was the first match of the Grand Prix that the other ones might be so bad that I would lose a bunch of time.
Yeah.
So I redid a course, like two courses worth of restarts when I didn't need to do it at all. It was completely pointless.
Oh.
Absolutely pointless. I could have kept going and easily gotten like 2 or 3 more races.
Yeah,
Like I
mean,
threw
that
so
happens.
hard.
Yeah,
some of
it
them-
seems like they put the easier tracks at the end somehow. At least Utah was a lot easier than the rest of that.
Yeah.
Wow,
like,
Utah's
super
easy.
I mean, nobody else was taking that little shortcut, I guess. That helped a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also
see,
those times at the end of each course, like those are completely made up, right? Those, like I'm like crossing right at this thing at the same time as someone else, and it's like, no, you were 3 seconds ahead or behind. And I was like, what? Really? It seemed closer than that. I don't know.
Apparently. Yeah. So, yeah, how was the game overall? Like, I do know that we saw a lot of bouncing off of walls.
Yeah.
Way better than Crunch. Holy moly. At least Goofy actually has speed, and if you drift, you can keep your momentum. Like, I can see the strat behind playing as Goofy. That was nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, if you have the track memorized, I bet you could do really good with Goofy. The problem is that it seems like the arrows are like very oddly timed for advising you of turns. Like, I would love, like, I know this is rare and like they made RC Pro. I was like, if I could just have the picture of the track on the screen somewhere, so I could decide for myself when I need to turn.
The problem is the arrows suck ass. That's the problem.
Yeah, arrows absolutely suck ass.
There were multiple arrows that was like turn left and you have to turn right first. And it's like, dog.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like,
it just doesn't show an arrow for this turn.
Get another glyph. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I see Shrambles complaining about Seattle. What do you have against Seattle?
Seattle's a terrible place to be.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, good to know.
Don't worry. I'm planning to visit Seattle next month, so I'm going to see firsthand how crappy Seattle is. It's just part of this game, I think, that I just didn't really jive with for the most part was half the time your character gets obscured by the foreground elements. So anytime there's a turn with those like basically just obstacles in your way that you can't see, so you can't tell if you're turning or not.
Okay.
That's why Seattle made me mad. And then also coming to the realization that I should have just taken the 4th on Seattle and continued going.
That's how I threw. I should have just taken the 4th on Seattle. That's all it was. Because I literally was like trying to go, where is the second shortcut? Because they're literally teleporting. Where's the second shortcut? The answer is there is none. They're just cheating. I mean, the track is broken.
That's good to know. I mean, like the fact that you're able to look back and say, you know, I had this thought. Or at least I'm having this realization right now that blank would help me. Like, that means that, yes, you have learned a little bit from this match, something that would help you in the future. Taking 1/4, not a big deal, especially if it's Seattle.
I just know I could have had second. That's so annoying.
I don't know. I was too prideful. I was too prideful to take a 4th.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't.
learned the opposite lesson though. When I after like the very first race when I got a 4th, I tried to restart the whole circuit because I'd like let the map clear. No, you can't do that. It just continues you right back and you don't get a choice otherwise.
Yep, you sure don't. That's why I had to. That's why I had to reset on freaking accidentally picking Mickey, and it was like, great, cool. This is like, all right.
Oh no!
And you can't back out as you select the character.
And what were you saying there, Neitzel?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not even sure it's cheating that much, because on Washington, D.C., I got something really weird. It's like both opponents got stuck or hit each other, and so I managed to caught up with them. So I'm not even sure that the AI is cheating that much. But yeah, the difficulty of this thing is through the roof.
Yeah, for sure.
What I've noticed is a lot of the time they are simming themselves, but every once in a while the game's just like, we need them up here, so we're just going to do that.
Yeah, it's got that mean rubber banding going on where it's just like, oh, we'll just move this character up more. Whatever.
Indeed. Well, as for the game as a whole, like, was this enjoyable at all? Is this a game that needs work?
I think it's I mean, if you played C Pro AM, it's really similar. It's a lot about just learning the tracks, but otherwise it plays okay in my opinion. It's just that it's super hard, and from time to time the physics is a bit jank. Like at some point I got hit by someone and I was thrown backwards really far off. I think my biggest issue with the game personally was the frame rate, because from time to time the frame rate goes down like really bad.
Oh no!
Yeah, I got some huge lag and ended up crashing once or twice.
It's really annoying because you're like the game is really hard to master, like really taking your curves properly and all that, and then suddenly when the frame rate is reduced by half, usually you just mess up everything. So I would say that's the biggest problem for me with the game. So.
Yeah, I was just eating your inputs.
Yeah. Like, let me play as Mickey or Donald and I'll ask me again if the game's any good. I don't know.
I think that, yeah, you got the worst character. I mean, we love Goofy here.
I got an opinion. In terms of worst characters in a racing game, Goofy is nowhere near the bottom. I can see him working just fine, and I think I have a pretty good beat on this game.
Okay.
Honestly, this game is probably fine to play on normal if you're not shooting for first. If you're trying to like get first place on normal or play higher difficulty, there should be no reason for you to play this game. Like, don't even touch it.
Okay, that's fair.
I can already see, like, item game and, like, so many problems, like, getting your way. Also, like, I tried the sprint boost every single time and didn't get one, even though I was doing exactly what the manual was telling me to do, so that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's definitely somewhere else. I don't know where it is. I found it on the traffic school, like, 2 or 3 times, and never in an actual race.
Beautiful. Well, I think that's it for the discussion here. Just to go down the list and see if you have anything to plug real quick, let's ask you, Buster, anything that you would like to plug?
I'll just plug our YouTube channel, Buster Curry, with one eye at the end.
Yes. Cool. YouTube.com/Buster Curry. Neitzel.
Nothing special. Just again learning runs for Bit Bad Game FM. The submission will open in like a week and a half, so 1st of July, and they will be on for all of July. So submit stuff if you have some bad games to show off.
Agreed. I will be submitting as well, so thank you so much. What about you, Netmanat?
I guess I could just plug the same old stuff. Hey, if you want to play strategy RPGs, I got a hack called Super Robot Wars, A Portable Plus, if you want to try that out, because that's like a Kusogrande style Super Robot Wars game. It's pretty infamous. So if you want to try that, but like a little like more forgiving, I got a hack for that. I'm also streaming on my Twitch, twitch.tv/netmommat, playing hard versions of Super Robot Wars games, like ones where I don't upgrade and make everything a lot harder on me, so a bunch of challenge runs, and yeah, that's basically about it. Anything else is just a project I'm working on that I'm not done with yet, so.
Sweet! Well, thank you so much, Super Robot Wars. Beep boop, I'm a robot. Shrambles, what about you?
I don't have anything at the moment. I am working on some things in the background that I don't really want to announce anything until I actually get them in a state that's worth announcing.
That is understandable. Well, hopefully we see an upcoming announcement then.
Otherwise, you can see me here on twitch.tv/Brosentia, or you can see me in person for Kuso Live that, we'll be having at SGDQ.
Yep, that starts pretty soon, just a couple weeks away. So, yeah, anybody there at GDQ, more than welcome to come and join. Okay, finally, White Panther.
I don't really have anything to promote. I've been really deep into the Wii Retro Achievements rollout. I need like 14 more points in the next month to get the best badge, and I'm still working on that. But that's about it, really.
Sweet. Well, thank you all so much. Great job in this match. Again, players will be moving on, but the zombies, thank you for sinking your teeth into a little flesh here.
Bleh.
Bleh. All right, I'll see y'all later. Take care.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Well, everybody, this is Kusogrande, the Bad Video Game Tournament, but I want to show just one video of something that I'm working on because the NES demo is hopefully coming out in the next couple days. I was aiming for tomorrow. Don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. And we put in a new enemy that I'm currently calling Blorbus. Here he is. I had so much fun. Mind you, Blorbus has some glitches, so, we'll see if I'm able to get rid of some of the glitches here, but a little Blorb just kind of jumps around. And yeah, for better or for worse, I got ice physics working. Yeah, see, Blorb is kind of zipping through the floor. We don't worry too much about it. Ah, good old Blorbus. I'm so excited to share this in the next couple of days, you know. I'm excited to share, like, basically it's proof that, hey, this game actually works. There's not a whole lot of levels made, but it's essentially, let's go ahead and get a little bit of hype, you know, see what you think of how it feels, get a few suggestions for if you have, like, ideas, things that you like, things that you're like, oh, do this. You know, I love to hear what people have to say. And, you know, it's not going to be groundbreaking per se because it's an old school NES platformer, but I am going to be really excited for the fun there. Now, Crappy, it's time for us to go over and do the reveal. Oh, yeah. And, you know, we might do a Kickstarter so that we can make physical copies and stuff, or do pre-orders. I don't know. Whatever. Crappy, it's time for you. Don't cross the road while the cars are going. No, Crappy. Bad Crappy. Crappy is always doing that. Seriously. Crappy, look both ways before you cross the street, and then pay attention if there are cars there, because it doesn't count if you look and then walk and you get run over. No, that's your fault. Well, everybody, it is time for us to bring in a GM for this match who I don't believe has GM'd this tournament yet, but it's great to have them back. Say hello to our dear friend, Mendez. Mendez, it's time for us to give out a game. Oh. It's a game. I think it's game time. Yeah. I say it's game time. She's coming, I'm sure. Let me poke her. I love Hypnospace music. I could play Hypnospace all the time. I have a background for Zane's game, the first-person shooter. It was good times. Oh, Mendez, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there in general voice. Oops, sorry.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, if I don't have you, like, with access to this channel, I need to change that. Yeah, how are you doing today?
I wasn't sure if I should join the channel directly, but yes. Hello.
Oh, no, you're good either way. Yeah,
cool.
I think this is your first time this tournament, right?
It is. It's not just my first time this tournament. This is my official GM debut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were a guest ref GM back when we were doing that.
Yeah.
And it's good to have you here as an official GM, y'all. Yeah. So say hello to Mendez. Let's get excited to see what flavor of game you've got. What do you have for us?
Well, I'm really glad I was able to hand this out today because we've kind of got an accidental theme today of racing across America. So the game I've got is the Japanese exclusive Banishing Racer on the Game Boy.
Look at this car. Oh, so angry. Yeah, Crappy would also run one in front of that car, like seriously. But the players are going to have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can through Banishing Racer. Whoever does will take the victory. Whoever doesn't, only 2 points. There is one deadly GM zombie as well. Now, please note, before I move over to this next screen, there will be flashing occasionally, so keep that in mind. If it happens on more than one screen, it could get a little intense, so that's something for you all to know. But here we go. We've got Alchemizzy. See, I told you there was going to be flashing. Gravash, Seawolf, and Nautilect. Now, Nautilect being our zombie with fangs. The others, though, getting ready to try to survive in Kusogrande. Now, I'm trying to remember, how many points do these players have? Do you know if anyone's getting eliminated this round?
I believe they're 5-point players.
So the person who comes in last will be eliminated. Yeah. So everybody wants to beat our zombie. If our zombie does not come in last, someone's out. If our zombie comes in last, though, everybody moves on, and I've instructed our zombies to go for the brains. With, no mercy. They are here to do as well as they can. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let the players know to take down pictures. I think Linkura is doing that, actually. I'm ready. Yeah, thank you so much, admins, for all of the help. As soon as I see the pictures removed, I will let them know that I'm ready. There we go. They are removed. What would be good emotes for chat to spam for this match?
I think any cars, any vehicles. America.
Okay, America.
There is a very common, very big American theme
If
on
you
this
have
as well.
fairies, you can spam a fairy as well. Apparently, she shows up in the beginning. Poor car. Okay, they are all ready, so spam your emotes, and we are doing the countdown. Best of luck to the players. And as soon as I see movement, I will start our timer. Spam, spam, spam! The car has eyebrows.
Starting with stage 1, San Francisco.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, this is Vanishing Racer. It's a platformer, as you can see. It is quite unforgiving. Like, it's one of those, like, one-hit death type things.
Oh, baby.
The movement's quite tight. You've got you basically just move left and right. You've got a dash, which I've seen the players make use of.
Yep. Already one death by missile. Seawolf had died before. We've had multiple deaths in the first 20 seconds. That's how you know we're getting into something a little bit challenging. Honestly, though, like, back in the day, when games were a lot shorter, difficulty being incredibly high was not uncommon.
Yeah, very true. Like, this game doesn't start out too bad. Like, once you like learn the first few tracks of the first like stage, it goes a little bit more smoothly. But later on, the levels get like pretty demanding to the point that, and the timer especially gets pretty demanding to the point where you have to basically memorize the levels quite heavily.
Yeah. So I do see that when you try to stop, there is a little bit of momentum. You don't just stop on a dime. There is the dash to go forwards a little bit faster. I'm not completely sure how that works. Is it just holding B?
Yeah, you just press B and get a boost of speed. And you can spam it, and it just keeps activating. But yeah.
Watch out, not Electa! Oh no, you got hit by the bomb! Of course, not Electa, our zombie. Oh, what?
We're seeing players make it to stage 1-2, where oh yeah, by the way, this car can fly. It has wings. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Well, that's nice. It's like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play as a Subaru 360 called Saburoku.
Aww. Okay, that's adorable. Oh no!
Yeah.
Alchemizzy! No! Okay, interesting. Sorry, I'm just thinking... Because now that I'm developing for the NES, I always think about like how physics compare to what I've been dealing with, and interesting. I actually kind of like some of the collision detection going on for this, for reasons.
Yeah. Like, it's quite generous, honestly, as long as you're like above them.
Oh, the spikes!
Oh yeah. And that was actually Alchemizzy's last life, I believe, so that is a game over. They do have infinite continues, but it does take you back to the first level of the stage. So we'll be carrying on from 1-1.
Oh, yeah.
But once they get to, like, 2-1, they will have a checkpoint there, essentially.
Yeah, unlimited continues then?
Yes.
That is very nice. Good. Yeah,
For
something
the later
that...
worlds, they will need them.
I believe it. I mean, considering all the deaths that we've already seen, one-hit kills definitely make platformers like this a decent amount more challenging. But, you know, having a continue system and unlimited continues means that it's a lot more tolerable for players, you know, because you can lock in a certain amount of progress there.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, okay, I don't really like the score sound.
No. There's some egregious decisions at some points, especially as I've mentioned with the flashing lights. We'll see those at the end of 1-3 for the first time.
I do like the music, though. This music's a jam.
Yeah, it's pretty good. The other thing to note about the controls is when you jump off when you bounce off an enemy, you cannot control how high you bounce. So you can see Grave Ash there, desperately trying not to bounce into the spikes. But if you jumped on an enemy with underneath the spikes, would have definitely got into them.
Yeah, gotta wait. A lot of waiting here. Sometimes you're in a traffic jam, and you don't want to hit the spikes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I would say you could damage boost, but you can't in this game because it's one hit kill.
Nope.
Oh my gosh. There we go, Grave Ash through. That is 1-3 down. Very nice.
1-3 down. Flashing lights warning on Grave Ash's screen for a moment as we see the first boss of the game. That's right, this game has bosses.
Oh, baby.
we see Grave Ash versus the dinosaur.
Oh, yep. I gave you a flashing light warning, okay? So you better have taken it seriously.
Oh,
what is this thing?
Immediately
okay,
finding a really good strategy there. Oh, just been hit by the pirate.
That's fine. Death happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Scary. A scary dinosaur. Rah! Scary dinosaur that causes your screen to flash. How dare you? Yeah, getting behind the boss, good idea, but you have to time everything correctly in order to actually, kill it. Yep.
Yep. And unfortunately, back to the beginning of San Francisco. Not every world has a boss. It's just worlds 1, 3, and 5 that have bosses, and there are only five worlds in the game, so it's not a long game. But as I say, it'll get to the point where I'm definitely not expecting any completions because it gets to the point where the level's design gets very difficult.
I believe it. Yeah, it theoretically could be possible, but, if players are extremely good, you have the best of the best, and people who get used to some of the momentum and, dealing with instant death, it's a lot to think about. Ooh, Not Electa got a 1-up, I believe. 1-up's gonna be extremely important in this game, because you only have a set number of lives when you're going into this. Another thing to pay attention to, do you get a 1-up if you get certain number of points? Oftentimes it's 30,000 points for older games that will give you a 1-up, and if that's the case, then very possible for people to get 1 or 2 extra lives by the time they get to the boss.
Yeah, I think it's 50,000 based on what I remember, but it was a while since I tested this game. The easier way to get lives is if you chain jump on enemies. I think you have to chain jump on 4 or 5 enemies in a row, then you get a 1-up.
Yeah, I saw Not Electa get a 1-up doing the chain jumps in 1-1, so very easy to do that. Okay, Alchemizzy doing the slow strat against the boss, which slow and steady, definitely a better way to go than, have to play the world again. Oh, unfortunately, both of them hurting each other at the same time. That is always risky.
Yeah. Oh, and straight back to 1-1. Yeah, just dashing a little bit too low there.
Yeah. Hitbox is a little annoying in this. Simply put, as I'm developing, the base damage, the way that it works is that if your character is moving down and you collide with an enemy and you are not on the ground, then it will damage them. So even if you're 1 pixel off of the ground and you touch them, they will die. And this definitely doesn't do that. It's, I believe that if it detects that you're colliding from the side rather than from the top, it's dealing damage to you. It might just be if you're a certain ways down.
I think it's quite a bit more lenient than that, because you can definitely hit enemies while going up, as long as you're above them. If you hit them in like the top side.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, it would probably calculate like how far down you are from their hitbox, or technically they might have a separate damage box that is a little bit smaller.
Yeah, our Greyrush has completed stage 1 and is on to stage 2, Las Vegas.
Ooh, very nice. Always good to see some solid progress. I want to give a shout out to the referees who are helping to track this match, by the way. They will be making sure that everything is done correctly and that we do have the correct order for the players. The refs for this match are Neitzel already traveled to USA an hour ago. That's true. Good job there. Nakarashi needs to find the jump button on his car. It is, it's in the glove box. I don't know. The glove compartment. Salmon Buffalo, beep beep, I'm a car. We've also got Bad Chop Ringles, Killer Zombie Cars, and finally Linkura bounces on cars for points. You gotta get the points. Oh no, they're motorcyclists. Oh jeez.
Yeah, we're dealing with motorcyclists and angry slot machines.
You know, this is just like Vegas. And the cannons.
Yep.
Can't forget the cannons. Have you been to Vegas?
I have not. I've only been to America twice.
Gotcha.
One to Pittsburgh and one to Florida, so...
I mean, honestly, as much as Florida can be a problem at times, I'd say still better than Vegas, both of those locations.
That was a very long time ago as well. But, yeah, this is based on my understanding of America. I think this is pretty accurate, right?
Like for the location?
Yeah. Angry slot machines.
Yeah, my uncle actually had a slot machine in his home. He lived in southern Utah, relatively close to Vegas, and I remember playing with that as a kid. It was a blast. Mind you, we didn't use our own money. We just used pennies that he had. But yeah, it was cool that he had his own slot machine. It's weird for a Mormon to have a slot machine since the religion is very much against gambling, but also I think a lot of people don't really follow that rule too closely. Doo-doo. But yeah, in Vegas, I mean, there are slot machines of all types. Of course there are the angry slot machines. There gotta be some that are like, I'm gonna kill you. Every theme imaginable. Like, you've got, ancient Egypt slot machines. You've got Little Shop of Horror slot machines. I know there's furry bait slot machines as well. Like, you've got everything there. Why?
Yeah, that's true.
Just because whatever looks most appealing to people is something that they're gonna want to sit down and waste their money on, unless they're addicts, in which case they'll be superstitious and think that, like, certain ones that are ugly and nobody that's playing are going to, like, pay out. And it's like, there's a reason nobody plays them, and it's because they're ugly and nobody wants to play, like, oink oink pig slots.
Greyrush just got kicked by a sign.
No! Yeah, there is a famous cowboy sign in Vegas. Especially in the 80s and 90s, it was big, but it was a male cowboy. I like the cowgirl, you know? She rocks. Oh, Yuma. I like Yuma. It's like putt-putt Yuma.
Yeah, that's way too many vowels in a row for me.
It's difficult. Maybe that's like the brew house that's there. German restaurant. Good place. Except, no, it said casino. There's not a casino inside the brew house. Okay, also, these buildings should be further spaced apart and have a lot more lights on them. And one of them should look like a circus, because freaking circus. If there's no circus level, good, but also inaccurate.
Moving on to 2-2, we've got some construction beams, I guess?
Ooh, okay. I mean, Sometimes you gotta build stuff in Vegas.
Yeah.
Let me see. I will have the tracker up in just a second for everybody to see. Yeah, just working on getting that set up for you all. Yeah, it's cool. People can't see this. See my mistakes and how terrible I am at actually getting this right. Yeah, so far, I'm liking this game. It's cute. I think that, like, momentum is going to be really annoying, considering how long it takes to stop. Backing up, you can't go nearly as fast as you do going forwards, which is fairly typical when you're playing a game with a car.
Yeah.
And then the one-hit deaths, those can be a little bit frustrating when, like, dealing with... I don't know. I'm trying to think. We haven't had too many, like, absolutely unfair situations, but we've had a few. No, Seawolf!
Oh.
Unfortunately, going underneath the casino sign is not an option. You gotta jump on the jump on her legs. Look,
I was
jump
about to
on
say,
the woman's legs. She will thank you for it. She needs
I was about to say,
lotion.
you managed to like get past the legs quite well there, but yeah, that sign is solid.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that her legs are very dry, and luckily you've got an oil leak, so you can help her out.
Okay, is he gonna try and go under them again?
Yep.
Oh, it looks like it.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Okay, Seawolf found an incredibly dangerous and very difficult strategy, but one that works nonetheless. By the way,
speedy strategy.
all of the players are currently beating our killer zombie, which is good, because if the killer zombie moves into any place, whoever comes in last will be eliminated. Oh, not Electa. Starting to get a little bit risky with some of these tunnel jumps. There are spikes up above. I feel like slow and steady would be my preferable way, but if you can make these jumps, I guess go for it.
Oh, we got Donkey Kong there on Grave Happy screen.
I don't remember that in
Throwing barrels.
Vegas? The construction beams, though, for sure, they're always building something in Vegas. Always, always, always.
Yeah, very, very off-brand Donkey Kong.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, I went to Vegas quite a few times when I was young. Like, it's one of the closest tourist destinations to Utah, even though it's a city of sin. It was still a pretty popular tourist destination just because it was so close. And I mean, there were also a decent number of family-friendly things to do during the day. Once it got to night, you know, as soon as the sun went down, that's pretty much when it's like, okay, family's probably not the best time for y'all to be out anymore, because that's when all of the risque flyers come out and people drop them on the ground, and if you look down, you're probably going to see a little nudity.
The Seawolf there found some, like, Kaizo platforms, like some invisible platforms that was managed to hit from underneath, and found like, a little bonus section. There are a few of those throughout. They just give you a life, essentially, but...
An extra life is worth it.
Yeah. And I think you can only get it once per game over.
Yeah. That tends to be the case with 1-ups. A lot of the times they don't want you, like, just grinding out extra lives.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't think that that's necessarily, like, if it's dangerous and difficult to get a 1-up, then it's kind of fine if they respawn. But if they, especially if there are limited continues, go ahead and make 1-ups respawn. But with unlimited continues, as well as it being a fairly trivial room to deal with, yeah, it's fine to make the 1-up go away after you've collected it one time.
Yeah, I do have there is a manual scanner for this game as well, by the way, which does have story in it.
Ooh, really?
It is It is all in Japanese, but I've got a rough Google translation if you're interested in that.
For it.
Alright. Let me bring up the translation. At a certain automobile scrapyard, cars that are no longer of any use lie around in pitiful shapes. One night, one of these cars quietly opened his eyes. That car was Saburok-kun. I want to run. I want to run one more time. But his body could no longer move at all. He looked up at the starry sky and made a wish on a shooting star.
Aww.
Please, just one more time. Let me run freely without anyone driving me.
By the way, we have 2 people in Denver now. Just so you know, we're getting progress here.
Yeah. That's really good. 20 minutes into the match and we're on World 305.
Nice.
Then a shooting star shining with dazzling light came closer and closer toward him. From the shooting star that landed before his eyes, a goddess appeared. The goddess said, "Evil cars have appeared in America and are running wild. I am searching for someone who can defeat them. If you will help me, I will give you a wonderful power that lets you run all by yourself."
Oh no, Grand Ash got UFO'd!
Oh no!
Well, that's fun.
Oh yeah, Denver has UFOs, of course.
I mean... Yeah, let's just say that at this point, Denver in this game represents pretty much all the stereotypes of the Wild West, and much less Denver, because Denver proper, it's a city. Yeah, doesn't look like this at all. Gotta be honest. Okay, sorry, you can continue on with the wish.
Saburok-kun answered, "I understand. If I can be of help, I'll do anything." The goddess smiled gently and waved the staff in her hand.
Ooh.
And then, "I can move! I can run!" An energy unlike anything he had ever felt before began to overflow through Saburok-kun's body. "Thank you. I'll do my best with all the strength I have." And so he set off energetically, aiming for America. So this is all happening because he wished on a shooting star that made a goddess appear and grant him the power to defeat the evil cars in America. So that's some story.
So the story is the cars in America. Oh no, we're going up against Ford and Chevy, you know? Which, to be fair, I'd rather these days... Like, my Chevy car has actually performed really well, but I used to have a Honda Accord. Love that little thing. And a Subaru would be fantastic as well. Like, yeah, I trust Japanese automobiles, like, a lot. I don't need a big truck. Sorry, Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm much more of a fan of small cars. I don't really know much about cars at all, but I gather that the Subaru 360 is, like, really big in, like, Japanese culture. Like, one of the biggest, like, small cars, like, iconically. But, yeah, I don't know much about it.
Aw, it kind of looks like a Beetle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't actually know about this car. I will put it up on stream so you all can see the Subaru 360. Yeah, it's like, this could easily have been in a Herbie movie rather than the classic Beetle that y'all know and love. Oops. If I can find it. Okay, bam, there we go. See, look at this car. Look at how cute it is. Like, it absolutely belongs in a 70s film. That's what I'm saying here.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah, give peace a chance, Seawolf. The UFO's very scary. Wild West in Utah definitely has a lot of UFO culture and a lot of UFO rumors. Simply put, Wild West is a really weird place. I love it. Like, at the same time, I don't love certain aspects of it. But, like, you know, some of the folklore is a lot of fun. I lived relatively close to Skinwalker Ranch, which a lot of people have heard about. A lot of quote-unquote UFO sightings, and I say that because, like, the guy was certainly trying to get tourists to come and visit. How else are you going to make your money, you know, if you're on a ranch in the middle of a desert? Have UFO stories. That's how you do it.
Yep.
Alchemizzy finding the 1-up in this bonus area. There you go. Collects it and getting out of there. Always good to get a 1-up if you are trying to go up against a boss, especially. Donkey Kong is being a butt, though.
Yep.
Oh. And there we go, Grave Ash through the flappy car section onto 3-3, right behind Seawolf. I'm not sure if Grave Ash has been here before, but I think we're going to see World 4 pretty soon. Is he?
I think it's Grave Ash's first time to 3-3, but yeah, Seawolf currently in the lead.
Yeah.
By one stage.
Izzy is on to Denver as well, though. Lots of progress here. Not Electa, still trying to get through World 1. Our zombie doing their best, but occasionally the zombies, you know, everybody has their own weakness. Sometimes you've got really odd car physics. Seawolf is making silly faces as a car. I like it.
Seawolf finishing 3-3. We're going to go on to the boss of World 3 now with 2 extra lives, so...
Yeah,
3 chances on boss at least.
Potentially get through it on the first shot. We'll see. And it is... I don't know what I don't like this robot.
It's...
Bulldozer?
Digger? I'm not sure. It's a rock thrower.
No!
Of course.
See, my father worked at a mine and probably helped repair machines like this. Uh-oh, jumping on top of it, not gonna work.
Yeah, that is its shield as well as its attack. And of course, being on the right side of the boss is much harder because you go left a lot slower than you go right.
Yeah, so if you can lure the boss to the right, then that may be the best way to deal with it. Grave Ash, meanwhile, back to 3-2. Seawolf has an opportunity to solidify the lead. I think that my guess is you just gotta... How do you deal with this? Do you jump on the rock and then jump on the boss?
From what I remember, I think you have to just like jump over the rock and get on the boss, like fast enough that it can't react and put its thing up, its shield up.
Gotcha. Oh no! Seawolf got smushed. Scary.
Jammed in the corner. Still another 2 attempts though. Still another 2 attempts. Making it there with lots and lots of lives.
Yeah, the biggest thing is figuring out how to actually deal damage. After that, you can worry about killing it. Just figure out this damage, because it's weird. Now, the person who worked on the music, Yasuyuki Suzuki, I'm just trying to see what other games they've worked on. I see Tale of the Sun working on the sound effects for that. I love that. How about PlayStation Ogre Battle? Yeah, this was the first game that they worked on the music for. But, you know, I see Monster Kingdom Jewel Summoner for PSP, Lunatic Dawn 3, I don't know what that is, Sound Novel T-Cool 2, no idea as well. But Ogre Battle, certainly a pretty great game. However, the person who designed it, or person who thought of it, as the credits say, only worked on this game. This is the one credit they had. The graphics, though, made by somebody who went on to be a production assistant for, like, all the Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and the Phantom Pain. Maybe not the best Metal Gear Solid, but working in production for the Master Collection version of that. Worked on the design for Super Ninja Kun. Okay, graphics for Dance Dance Dance. Oh, Seawolf did damage. Oh, this is good.
Managed to damage.
Yep,
Need to use the dash there to get in time.
Yeah, dash, very, very helpful.
You can also only dash to the right as well, so being on that side, not gonna do it. And that is a game over back to 3-1. But we know that Seawolf doesn't take too long to get back to 3-3, so...
Aw. And yeah, one of the main people working on the art here did help in production when making the TurboGrafx 16 Mini. That's cute. Okay, that's a great thing to move on and make. What about the programmer? Programmer, what else did you work on? Not a whole bunch of stuff. Sold 'em. Ark the Lad? Oh, okay, they got thanked.
Oh.
I'm not sure what they did for Ark the Lad, but they got a thanks in there. Ikari no Yosai 2, Avenging Spirit. Yeah, it seems like everybody here, worked on some games that I've never heard of, but worked on some games that definitely are classics in some way.
Yeah, for sure. Ark the Lad especially.
Oh, yeah. And for those wondering, I know that somebody brought up Art Dink, but it appears that this company was Jellicoe at the time. Encom Holdings, what it later came to be known as. Yeah, this company worked on a lot of different games. I know that I've seen plenty. The Ignition Factor for Super Nintendo, for example, which I believe is on the Wii Virtual Console. Hey Punk, are you tough enough? I have not heard of that, but that sounds pretty great. Young Indiana Jones Chronicles for NES. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a game. Rival Turf. Earth Defense Force for arcade and Super Nintendo and various platforms. Very nice. Yeah, like some of these games, cult classics, some of them genuinely fun. Jurassic Park for Super Nintendo, a game that is a little bit polarizing, but I enjoyed a lot when I was young. Best elevator music in a video game by far. Rampart, Astanax, however you say that. I have a copy of that here. Rampart was a fun game.
Yeah.
Psycho Pigs! How about that? Psycho Pigs. That had to be a great game. I think that I've played that, and also did some of the ports for Maniac Mansion. Yeah, Jellicoe had been around for a long time. Ooh, Skyfox. I know that that's just going to be a plane game. I know it's going to be a space shooter, but whatever. It's got Fox in the name. It's appealing. There we go, Seawolf moving back to the boss.
Yeah, again with 3 lives, and we know that Seawolf knows how to damage the boss now, so...
Yeah, probably just a handful of attempts. Not Electo, by the way, has made some progress as well, currently on Vegas. Yeah, Seawolf getting a quick hit in, as long as you know how to damage the boss and you don't let it move forward that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
It's very repeatable, very manipulable.
In fact, as soon as you know how to fight this boss, it's kind of boring.
Yes. Which is pretty much a theme with the boss in this game, to be fair.
There we go! Boss is dead. Cars win. That's right, Disney foretold this. Well, I guess Cars came out after this game. I don't know.
Yeah, moving on to stage 4, which I believe is Detroit. Yeah, Detroit.
Okay, I've never been to Detroit proper. I believe that I've been to Michigan. Okay, I've been to the Detroit airport. It looked just like this.
Yeah. Complete with buds.
People are wondering how we went from Colorado to Detroit so quickly. We drove. We're a car. Hello, it's called a cutscene. Actually, I guess there was no cutscene. We skipped the cutscene. No cutscene. Okay,
I mean,
Alchemazy is on to the boss of 3... that means that Alchemizzy has moved into second place, passing Greyash. Greyash not making it to the boss yet. Alchemizzy, though, still has to figure out how to fight this boss. Unfortunately, not getting it figured out the first try. That's fine. It took Seawolf a couple attempts to really figure out how this boss worked. Yeah, bouncing and jumping on the boss is correct, just can't land. Oh, you can land on the boulder if you land on it at when the boulder is at the very bottom. So it is doable, just not easy. Yeah, getting back on the left is correct.
Yeah, Alchemizzy might actually get this first attempt if you can really like nail that pattern down.
Yep, you just gotta get it so that the boulder is literally on the ground if you bounce off the boulder. Nope, the higher the boulder, the worse. Yeah, Izzy's doing fantastic here. Like, you know, moving from third to second place is great. Seawolf is learning that Detroit is a nightmare, not for the reasons you'd expect. Oh my god, what are some of these jumps? This is evil. Detroit.
Oh yeah.
What
Detroit
happened?
Is absolutely where this game just gets rude with its level design. This is why, you know, we've only got 2 worlds left, but I am not in any way worried that there's gonna be a completion. Like,
yeah, I always love, like, seeing other countries' interpretations of, like, America and, like, where different locations are, because Chad is pointing out Detroit is nothing like this. There's too much nature. Maybe this is like the outskirts of Detroit, you know? I don't know, how far away is the closest waterfall to Detroit? Oh, this might be Lake Superior. Good point. Fireball in chat says, this is very accurate. If you touch the water, you die. I mean, okay, that's fair. I can see that. Yeah, you know, being from Utah, I love whenever a game has Utah because I get to see their interpretations. You know, best... Oh, Alchemizzy damaged the boss, but unfortunately took a death there. That is a game over. But she has damaged the boss, knows how to do it, and managed to do it without landing on the boulder. I think that she knows the strategy now. Yeah, she's got
back
it.
to the boss with like 2 or 3 lives. I think that'll be the this will be the run.
I think so. Yeah, interpretations of Utah, you know, a lot of the times they'll just have like, especially southern Utah with arches and Monument Valley, you know, which is a fine place. Very rarely do they have stuff from northern Utah, but I think Red Dead Redemption, at least one, had parts that were like at least southern Utah that I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. You did a pretty good job. I'd love to see a little bit more northern Utah. I guess Horizon Zero Dawn had some of it, and you know, even though it was like post-apocalyptic and stuff, sure.
Yeah.
Like, you could still tell some of the landmarks and stuff, and it was kind of cool. Or The Last of Us, they went into Salt Lake City at the end of the game, and I'm like, they even got the bus colors correct. Oh my god.
That's some good attention to detail.
Yeah!
Yeah, I can't think of any like Utah like representation that I've seen, but obviously being from the UK, we get a lot of various like interpretations.
Yeah, my guess is the majority of the interpretations would be London.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Grave Ash almost dealing damage, but not quite. Just got to figure out how to actually land a hit. Oh yeah, Score Count is saying Utah was featured in Doctor Who as boring enough that it's easy to make a plot point happen here. Yeah, that sounds about... I think I remember that. Every once in a while it's like, oh yeah, there's desert. Utah's a pretty... especially southern Utah, it's so picturesque. I mean, there's a scene in Forrest Gump that's in southern Utah. Very short scene, but... running on the road through Monument Valley, it's where Forrest Gump stops running. He's like, okay, I'm done running. And everyone's like, what? Because they've been following him running across the country.
Grave Ash managing to figure out the strategy there, the dash strategy. A slightly more dangerous version, because every time he's going to the right, but it's working, it's repeatable. Managing to get the hits in.
Ooh.
I think Grave Ash is going to be moving on to World 4 here. Meanwhile, 4-1 definitely feels like a wall for Seawolf right now.
Oh, apparently Neitzel's bringing up depictions of Paris in the Saboteur, which apparently Crown Clutch did QA for that. Oh my gosh, I'm one step closer to figuring out who Crown Clutch is. Now I can see who is the Crown Clutch. Oh, there are a lot of testers, never mind. But yeah, that's right, we've got a clue.
I'm still watching Nod Lecter screen. I don't think they've quite realized how to dash, maybe? Or certainly how to dash effectively. Not making use of it on these, like, construction jumps, which is making them so much harder.
Yeah.
So that might be part of the problem that they're having.
Like the fish on the second one, it's very rough to deal with that fish. And you know, the Detroit fish, known for killing cars. You don't want to put a fish from Detroit in your car. It's very dangerous.
That's good, actionable advice from our local neighborhood Twitch stream. Good.
We need some of these songs on the Kusogrande playlist. It's just great. Ooh, yeah, don't forget, still gonna have flashing occasionally. There we go, Alchemizzy getting some damage on the boss. Not Electa still lagging behind the rest, which is completely fine. That is just how life goes sometimes, you know? And considering it's, you know, Not Electa is a dangerous zombie here, a killer zombie as we call them, everybody should be happy that they are past where Not Electa is. That means that they have a chance. Ooh, yeah, that motorcycle isn't as dangerous going underneath the cowgirl as, like, I had thought.
Like I said, the hit detection is pretty generous.
Yeah, definitely, like, it wants you to succeed here. Yeah, the momentum is a little bit frustrating here, like dealing with exactly how the dashes work, and sometimes, like, sections, especially when we're on Detroit with both Grave Ash and Seawolf now, some of these platforms are kind of a nightmare, especially that fish. Seawolf passed the fish! Ooh. Very good job.
Oh, the screen scrolls. Oh, just about got the screen scroll far enough left to not fall off the platform. Because the screen does not scroll back to the left once it's scrolled.
Yeah. Uh-oh, water!
Now we have rising water.
Not the rising water! And there we go! Alchemizzy is through, or as people like to call her, Izzy. She is moving on to the next stage. The goddess there to celebrate with you. Good.
Three of our players all on the same stage now.
I mean, it's not too surprising. Detroit seems a little rough.
Yeah.
I
It
do
is
like that
definitely
early
like
on in the
wall.
stage, it gives you hint that the water is rising. You do see it in the beginning, like very low. Alchemy, just saw it rise a little bit. Gonna rise a little bit more. Well, okay, if you don't die. It's her first time on the stage. Like, there are going to be deaths here and there, especially as you're learning the layout of this stage. Fireball saying you'd think Detroit would have better roads, and oh my god, that is a joke there. Oh, yeah, Detroit, known for its well-maintained roads, you know? Seawolf taking it easy, making sure that he has time to try to get this dash jump, but unfortunately, you gotta be a little closer to the edge of the platform in order to do that.
Yeah. It is sometimes weirdly finicky. Like, the difficulty curve is definitely a thing in this game.
Do, 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 do.
Seeing them taking deaths to get to lives as well, which is always a good idea. If that's where you respawn after a game over anyway. Especially since, like, this is only 4-1. We don't even know what the rest of World 4 has for them yet.
Sorry, I got distracted because I was still looking at the Saboteur for a second, and I'm like, of course Moby Games has a mature rating on it. Oh no, I might see a tiny bit of blood. No, there was a decent amount of nudity right there. Okay, I understand the rating that Moby Games is like, yeah, you gotta confirm your age. Fine, if you all are upset by the woman figure, then I suppose I'm gay. Does that count as mature for me? I don't know. Grave-Ash doing a really good job of doing, like, getting onto this platform, jumping on the fish.
Yeah, it seems to be like trying to skip the first platform, right? Just doing like a big jump over to the second one, which is, you know, a pretty good strategy if you can get that consistent. Not like to dodging the coins from the slot machine, which do damage you and do kill you, yep.
Do do do. Yeah, these jumps definitely are a level of difficulty higher. I think that, honestly, beating 4-1 could be the decider for this match. I don't know how difficult 4-2 is, but, like, 4-1 certainly is the difficulty spike to make it so that people don't beat this game on their first playthrough, which I think is fair.
So you're realizing that the water's going up and down, so I'm not trying to rush it now. That's good. That's going to let him slowly progress, which is good.
Uh-oh.
Might even see 4-1 beaten here.
Yeah, you don't want your car to go in the water. Not good for the engine. Yeah, if your car goes in water like that, you're going to have to let your car sit out and dry for quite a while and hope that it doesn't get additional problems because, you know, this isn't just like distilled water. This is nature's water. Nature's water. What does that even mean? But yeah, simply put, you might get like a fish in there. And do you know how long it takes for a fish to dry and get out of your car? Too long. Mind you, I would say, like, water in any place needs to be cleaned, and simply put, living in northern Utah, we are definitely going to have to deal with the problem of toxic stuff in water pretty soon, considering how fast the Salt Lake is drying and how many toxic metals. Yeah, Utah's gonna have an environmental nightmare in the very near future.
Seawolf making it to the end of 4-1.
Very nice. On to 4-2. We've got a swimming stage. She's
By the
got
way-
a scuba. Oh my gosh. Okay. Simply put, you have to leave the water sometimes when you're using a snorkel, but I'll let it fly.
Hey, Brasentia.
Yeah.
I guess it's now a scuba-roo.
Oh my god. That's good.
I'm so sorry. Oh no. I've stunned Brasentia into silence.
Well, I mean, there was that. And then I'm listening to this because I was waiting to see if there was music, but I don't know. There are sounds. I don't think I like this level. Oh, Grave Ashes onto the Scoobaroo section as well. Too bad it's called that now. Get used to it, chat. There we go. We're through. On to the next part of Detroit. Detroit 3?
Yep.
What does...
And there is no boss in World 4, so if Seal can make it through this, straight on to World 5.
Ah, we're getting to the Detroit that people know. See, there's more to Detroit than just the manufacturing stuff, okay? There's the forest, there's the scuba, but there's also the engine and tire manufacturing. Actually,
They don't get the lasers.
it's very appropriate for a car to go to Detroit, which is very well known for its vehicle manufacturing. And,
true.
they used a lot of lasers to make cars back in the day.
I wonder if Detroit is where all the evil cars are coming from.
Well, it's very possible. Would Detroit be
The deep lore on
Hollywood
this
for
game.
cars? I don't know. How many in Hollywood do they construct your celebrities? Do they build them out of like celebrity parts? How does it work? It's been a while since I've been to Hollywood. Oh, plastic surgery. Okay, so yes. This is Hollywood for cars. Confirmed. Oh, of course, you need the random car smushers. Very helpful in factories to be able to smush a car. Sometimes you don't make it just right, so you gotta smush it again. Oh, the
Yeah.
laser! No!
And sometimes you don't smush it so hard, so you gotta laser it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just how factories work, right?
you know it. Exactly how factories work. The fun thing, like, since I'm working on an NES game, we've been talking about the different worlds that we're making, right now, for the demo that's coming out soon, maybe tomorrow, probably a day or two later, we'll see. We've been talking about the worlds that we're making for it, and they're going to have to be abstract in some ways, because that's just how it goes. But at the same time, having a theme for them works very well. This game, obviously, trying to ground itself in a little bit of reality, but, you can see the abstraction of different themes, and, we've got water areas here. The abstract car factory. No car factory has a layout like this, okay? None. It's not how it works. But at the same time, it's thematically appropriate, and everyone can still recognize it as a factory despite, this would never work in the real world. This isn't how factories work. It's a believable enough abstraction. Anyway, it's just a lot of fun to, think about how do you make a platforming world that fits a specific theme that, feels like realistic enough that you can tell where it is, but is still abstracted enough that it works as a platformer. And how do you make a platformer that, like, fits that specific area here? The water sections, like, for the waterfalls, definitely, is a lot easier to go with because, you're dealing with logs floating on water. Very difficult platforming, fish jumping out, classic enemy. Water going up and down, even though that's not how rivers work during, like, normal times. It still is an element that works in the abstracted sense. It's fun. And the car factory as well. Cars don't drive through car factories. At least through most of the factory. The very end, they drive out, I suppose. Probably, right? Or they're towed out? I don't know. What do you do with the car when you finish it? Do you just put it on, like... Do you drive it at all, or do you just, like, move it up onto the vehicle that takes it to the store?
I would assume it would go onto, like...
chat.
I would assume it would be automatically loaded onto a truck to go somewhere else, right? But I don't know.
I presume so. Like, they always say, the moment it drives off the lot, it loses half of its value because it's no longer brand new. It's like, well, yeah, I don't care about that. But does that mean, like, they have to test that it works, right? I'd presume so. Sorry, car doesn't go anywhere. Sorry that you bought it. And then, are you able to test drive new cars? Or do they have you test drive an older version of the brand new car? How does it work? I've never looked into purchasing a new car because I've never, first off, didn't care. Second off, never had the money. Third off, I really don't care.
I can honestly say I've never thought this in depth about the process of cars coming out of factories to be sold. So,
I'm sure there's an answer, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they do when they finish making the car? Do they, like, drive it up a ramp? Or do they never drive it anywhere?
I mean, this sounds like a Wikipedia rabbit hole waiting to happen.
So at this point, I believe all 3 of our main players have made it to 4-3. Not Electa, only 3-1. That means all of our players will be moving on to in Kusogrande. It's just who is going to take the victory of these 3 since they all made it to 4-3.
We still have 3 minutes left. There is still time for, like, Seawolf to get to 4-3 and potentially beat it. He has already seen most of it, so we'll see.
True.
Of course, Grave Ash as well on his last... 2 lives left on in the factory as well, so we could possibly see someone move on to 5-1 and really solidify that position.
Yeah, mind you, it doesn't look like it's being judged on progress within the stage from the rules that were set out. It's just whoever made it to the stage first. So at this point, Seawolf is in first, Grave Ash second, Alchemizzy third. Technically, if Grave Ash finishes 4-3, he would move into first place, but pretty much we've got 1 or 2 attempts left, and with no extra lives, one shot. This is Grave Ash's last chance to move out of last. Alchemizzy technically could make it there. I mean, the swimming stage doesn't take that long. My gosh.
Well, Grave Ash, I think, is currently in second, right? Make it there.
Grave Ash is in second, yes.
Mark. Yeah. But we shall see.
Yeah, Grave Ash could technically beat the stage and move into first, but at least the tires jump. That's... Oh, gosh! Oh! That! I did not expect survival there. Oh, the tire! No! Tire on the hood! Yeah,
The
Alchemizzy
emotions-
technically, I think, has time, but needs to boogie.
Yep, on 4-3 now, so
Come on,
minute and a half
Izzy.
left.
Seawolf.
Was that the last life?
That was the last life for
was-
Seawolf.
yeah.
So right now, Seawolf in first, Grave-Ash second. Izzy, if Izzy got to the next stage and beat it immediately, that might be in time because that is 4-2 down, but really, there's no time to dawdle. You got to beat this. And considering the difficulty of 4-3, like, it's very unlikely. Small possibility. Okay, a death right at the beginning. If you're going to take a death in this stage right at the beginning is a fine place to do it.
Yeah. I've seen Grave-Ash and Seawolf have stopped playing now.
Ah, the lasers!
The damage there.
Yeah, I do not know if 30 seconds is enough time. But, you know, never stop. I do think it's going to be Seawolf first, Grave-Ash second, Alchemizzy third, and Not Electa are deadly zombie that didn't catch up to them. Yes, this pretty much locks it in, everybody. Yeah, even though it is a three-way tie, there has to be a winner because that's how Kusogrande works. The tiebreaker comes into effect. Otherwise, this is a three-way tie between the players. Beautiful job to everybody here. I'm going to go ahead and tell them all that they can come and join us. Because when we have a deadly zombie, I think that that's fun. Just welcome everybody in. Join General Voice if you want, everyone. It's a little less of a traditional match, and, you know, it's the last match of the day. Let's chat with everyone. Hello there, Izzy. Hello, Not Electa.
Hello.
Okay, you're there. Izzy, are you there?
Testing.
Ah, yes, I hear you now.
Okay. Hello.
Perfect. I'm welcoming everyone in because it's the last match of the day, and also it was a three-way tie between the main players here. Let me bring.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Really?
Okay. Bringing Grave-Ash and Seawolf in. Yeah. Just so you know, it was a three-way tie between our main players. Not Electa was behind everybody else, so no brains consumed. Which is completely fine. Yeah, you three made it to 4-3, and based off of our tiebreaker rules, it depends on who got there first. So I will say the person who got there last, taking third place in this case, at the 56:10 mark is Izzy here. Yeah. The person who got there second at the 52:02 mark is Grave-Ash, which means that Seawolf, you are our victor today.
Oh, sorry about that.
You just apologize.
I will say, I was typing in the chat before you said to come to the chat room here. Stage 4 was a physics challenge, a physics limitation.
Yeah.
Stage 4 was something else.
Yeah, stage 4
stage
had
four.
ice physics. This
Yeah.
is the first time I've asked this, but it's definitely the first time recently. What is wrong with Detroit?
I mean, yeah, Detroit, known for its waterfalls, for its scuba/snorkeling places, you know.
And it's Kaizo blocks?
And it's Kaizo blocks.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting World 4 to be a bit of a wall, and it definitely was for all of you. But you were all so close to finishing it.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
4 was interesting because, like, at the third or fourth one through 4, I started getting like a groove where, you know, you start the stage, you dash once, do the 3 jumps, dash past the third bird, dash another thing there, and then the rules on those little floating ice pedestals don't matter because, like, once you're on a corner of a pedestal, a few times I'll go uphill too, in stage 3 too, I saw a few times. If you're on a corner of a hill, like uphill to a flat land, they jump like, I'm gonna jump. It's like, no, you're not. I'm like, oh, okay.
It either like stops your momentum entirely and you just like go up vertically a little bit, or it just eats the input entirely.
Yeah. Now, I will say, Nautilekta, had a little bit of a rougher start, but I think that once you started making progress, you it started clicking with you more. What was the main difficulty for you, Nautilekta, when you started playing this?
I think the main thing is I wasn't abusing the boost in the air enough at first. The boost in the air, I knew about it, but I wasn't, constantly abusing it. But also, in most of the worlds, the first level is the biggest challenge. The second level in every world is free. The third is whatever.
That's what it seems like.
At least
even World 4.
I mean, level 4 broke the rules because Detroit was there's that one spiky strip where it's oh, you're on the bottom, you get hit by a fish. You go on top, you hit the fish and you get the spikes. So you have to. I got through the first time without dodging the fish. I just went through and nothing happened. I don't know how.
Yeah, how did you? What?
I don't know either.
It had to have been pixel perfect, because if you're hitting that fish at almost any angle, it's gonna knock you up into the spike.
Yeah.
4-2 is not free by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I just baited at spawn and went all the way back.
Same.
But that's
the same thing that I did in 1-2.
Yep.
Oh,
that's the first time I went through. I got the 4-2 the first time. It was okay, what did I hear? Oh, quick lasers. Okay, never mind. I'm going back to stage 1. And then it was okay, now 4-2, let's go free on the top there. Bonk. Oh, it's not free. What happened last time? What'd I do?
2-2 is the cave, right? With the bats and the flying?
Yeah.
That
no,
one.
3-2. 2-2 was the 2-2 was the girders that go up and down.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right, yep. That one specifically, you don't realize you're actually in a very fine viewport. If you go too far to the left or too far to the right, you lose all your momentum if the screen isn't far enough over.
Oh no!
So you're really skirting those 3 at the end if you just rush past.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the representation of the U.S. here? The diverse areas here.
They got Detroit down. They figured it out. They put it in.
Cars are pretty mean.
I mean, I didn't think that Detroit was located in Chicago, but
I also don't typically associate Denver with cows and UFOs, but
yeah, Vegas be on Mars.
As someone who just moved out of Denver, you haven't been there for a while, have you?
I was going to say, if you go to the outskirts, you have to get out of Denver proper, and then the rest of it, Wild West has a lot of that stuff. But
that Boulder section in 3-1 was giving me flashbacks to a previous Kusogrande I've been in. The Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, no.
No. The worst kind of flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah! I mean...
Not as bad as Tubin, but that's close.
Yeah. I mean, the Tubin is still more enjoyable, in my opinion. Unless it's the NES Rocky and Bullwinkle. I could play that all day.
There was one time I thought I was going to be able to just speed under those boulders. It looked good, and the hitbox is apparently a bit larger than you expect.
Yeah! I mean, hitboxes seem to be something that, sometimes you dealt with them just completely fine. They behaved kindly. I was surprised going under the cowgirl in Vegas. We saw some people try to do that and die. But if you jumped right before hitting the motorcycle, then you actually won that battle. You killed the motorcycle.
Wait, people were going under that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried that once. I was like, nope, not doing that again.
It is so much more dangerous to go under it.
Yeah, just bounce off of the kick.
I just saw how tall she was. I was like, giant woman. Nope, not gonna pass that. We're going down.
No, she likes you jumping on her leg.
Yeah. It's actually pretty free to go under it if you just back up, kill the bike first, and then just pull up right next to the legs, because the kick doesn't actually have any hitbox except for the 2 frames of it. So you could be right up next to where the lower part is and then just boost. And it's just
great. It goes over you.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you think of the game overall? I thought that despite some of the physics maybe not being intuitive, with the car having a decent amount of momentum and having to slow down. Despite that, I think this game's kind of cute.
It's got its charm, but it's also got a little bit of a mean spirit to it.
Okay.
That is that the like music and aesthetic doesn't really belie. The random UFO at the very end of 3-1.
Yeah. The game's aware you have infinite continues. That's how the game feels. It's like, oh, we can be cute and cuddly to round forward and start punching you, but you have infinite continues, so that's your fault. You can keep going back.
Well, you'll go through like a couple jumps here and there where it's like, oh, this looks normal. Oh, this is a fun platformer, and they just use that for like one or two here and there because every other enemy is a gotcha that'll spawn rapidly and just jump straight into you.
Or again, the number of times I got pranked by Kaizo blocks that are like ostensibly leading you to 1-ups and invincibility power-ups.
Is that what they're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I went to one that found a 1-up in the sky, but they knock you out of the air when you hit them. So you hit them, like, oh good, oh I died.
Yeah.
I actually thought they were just using Kaizo blocks for the purpose of Kaizo blocks before Kaizo blocks were a thing.
Well, there was the one in 3-1 that led to invincibility that I abused every time I got to that level.
Yeah, like, and the 1-ups were genuinely helpful so that you didn't have to go back to the first part of the stage. I think that like the people who use the 1-ups managed to jump on enough enemies to get a 1-up or got the extra lives. Had a little bit of an advantage there.
Well,
somehow
there were a lot of spaces where you would have what appears to be 4 easy to jump on enemies in sequence, but they were always spaced just far enough apart that you couldn't reach
I got one up once. It was I hit like 2 cars, a bike, a cannonball, got fired off somewhere else. I landed on a big truck, and I got one up just to hit the big truck at one time. I think by accident once, and like rolled 2 once. So knew there was a mechanic. I just never tried for it. It was like, yeah, these are just space moving and they're jumping.
I think I figured that out in 1-2. Like right at the beginning of the tunnel, there's 4 cars that you can get in sequence, and that was a free 1-up.
Oh yeah.
So there's actually something I'm curious about, because it did seem like run-ups are potentially just bounces, not kills.
Yes.
And if it's so, since it's just I wonder if you could get a 1-up off of just the cannon, because you hit the ball, then you hit the cannon, and then you hit. If it fires again and you hit the next ball and then you hit the cannon again, that would get. But I don't know if it fires fast enough for that.
That's really the question for it. But yeah, if you can do it, I wouldn't be surprised. There were definitely a couple times where I was jumping off a cannonball as it was falling, and the next one would fire, and I catch that.
There's a spot in World 3, I think it is, where there's one that spawns. You go past it, it spawns behind you, so you probably do back and forth cannonballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you learn how what inches they assign to the live total if you want to do that for a while and see what happens.
I mean, it would be fun to experiment, especially if you enjoyed the game enough to go and experiment. Go for it. Well, I think that is it for Kusogrande. Let's go ahead and go down the list. If you have anything to plug, go ahead and do it. Grave Ash.
I got nothing. I just dealt with the move.
Oh, that's
still working on getting everything together and set up.
Okay, well, if you do in the future, feel free to let us know. What about you, Izzy?
I mean, I would like to say that I stream, but I don't because work keeps getting in the way.
Work?
But I exist online on socials at alchemizzy.bsky.social. So if you want to see the things that I reblog and don't ever talk about, I'm there.
Sweet! Yeah, feel free to check Izzy out over on Blue Sky. That's Alchemizzy. What about you, Mendez?
Yeah, I'm not streaming so much recently, but the one thing I will plug is I'm part of the events team at Retro Achievements, so come do some Retro Achievements events. Where 4-job fiestas just started, so
yeah,
have some fun doing the events.
Sweet, thank you so much. Every once in a while, I think yesterday we had a GM playing as a zombie, and I saw Retro Achievements pop up. I'm like, aha, getting some of those done. Perfect. Yeah, not Electa. What about you?
Nothing really to plug for me. Yep, I mostly hang out here and join GM here, join some other shows like IBC and Pit and Speed Bump. That's about it.
Sweet.
For me.
Well, that's all right. Great. And what about you, Seawolf?
I mean, not online as much anymore as it used to be, but you'll be on occasionally for random races, starting up Worlds Collide, World Cup soon. career day, if you do career day races, I like to get involved in those. I'm on Blue Sky under just Seawolf1 wherever I'm. If you find Seawolf1, it's probably me, except that one guy on YouTube is some strange racist person. That's not me. Otherwise, yeah, it's around here. You can hop on Blue Sky and watch some photography, some sarcasm, some D&D recaps. Nothing special.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, everybody, and congratulations again for the win there, Seawolf. We're gonna go ahead and raid Mystery Funhouse. I'm just trying to think. Do we have How does Goofy say Garsh? How do you spell that?
I was thinking go Al from the go Al from the end of the.
I go GAWRSH.
GAWRSH. There we go. Garsh. There we go. Garsh. Go Garsh a little bit. Gwarsh is more Beavis and Butthead, but that's fine. All right, everybody. I will see you all later this week. We've got matches on Wednesday, but also I am going to get buckled down and hopefully get this NES demo ready so that you all can play it a little bit and see at least how much progress we've made. It certainly isn't a finished game, but it is at least hopefully gonna be 3 or 4 levels for you to check out and explore. All right, take care, friends. I'll see you later. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, ciao.
I gotta go to work.
Go work. Go.
Good boy. Now for Father's Day.